Hold up. I thought they said Black American heritage. I didn't know they said Kamala Harris for president. I'll be damned. Wait a minute. I thought they said foundational Black Americans, not Jamaicans. Wait a minute. Something ain't adding up. And then I also see African right there too. And then I also see the tethers jumping around. So fam, what this looks like is what we knew it was. A democratic Pan-African plant and certified foundationals in the building. Regulators, mount up. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
Let's get to it. They don't do it like we do it. Cop it, whip it, bag it, flip it. But I see all that talk, fam, but nothing when it comes to reparations coming from this individual, Monaleo. So wait a minute. I seen Conscious Fleroy. I seen Jamaicans. I seen Pan-Africans, but I don't see a damn thing when it comes to reparations. Family, that leaves us with only one determination. And if it ain't that determination, it's this determination. But neither one of them determinations is this determination, because only one thing matters, my brothers and sisters, and that is certified foundational Black American business. That's the only thing. Roll call. Let me know where you at, your city, your town, your state, your region. We in the house. Foundational Black Americans, the ones that got the whole world mad, but the ones that always win. How we always win, family? We always win by a knockout. Boom. That's what it is. Certified salute. Black Alpha. Family in here. Let's go to work. Fam, ain't nobody gonna run no type of op industry plant game on us, because you know, this generation, the foundational Black American reparation generation, oh, we see the haters from a mile away. We already know who you are. Oh, they thought that the Pan-Africans was gonna escort them in, or the tethers was gonna let them slide. Hell nah. That don't happen around here. Not when Harlem's in the building, not when the 404's in the building, not when LA's in the building, or Houston's in the building, or you see San Francisco in the building, Seattle's in the building, Norfolk, Virginia don't play that, Chicago don't play that, Memphis damn sure don't play that. Where we at? Columbia, South Carolina? No, I don't think they're gonna be going for the tethers. Not happening. Phoenix? Nah, Phoenix ain't gonna play with you neither. Baltimore ain't gonna play with you. So when you add all of this up, I got my brothers and sisters in the house. I see Texas. I see Cashville in the place. Fam, what that tell you? That means we regulating everybody. And on this broadcast, family, we gonna put some names on some dates and some faces. And somebody asked me earlier today on social media, they said, Black Alpha, I hope you can go ahead and connect some of the dots and give us some names, dates, and faces. And I said, you don't know me, brother. Not only do the names, dates, and the faces, family, we gonna get the angles and the agendas. We do it all. When you say you number one activist, you number one. And since I'm number one, that means I'm gonna show y'all directly where these plants are coming from, who is planting them, and I'm gonna show you how the whole damn world, from politicians to social media, all have an agenda to try to replace foundational Black Americans, but they are all crashing out because foundational Black Americans can't be replaced. And we about to go to work. Shout out to the team. Fam, let's go back to about a month ago, and right here on this broadcast, we were the only ones saying we didn't believe no damn Monaleo. Nah, sexy Soulaan. No, we was like, nope. Look real funny. See, when Conscious Fleroy pops up in your video, we already know that you ain't one of us, and we already know that you can't stand next to us. And being foundational Black Americans, the certified ones who are always correct, we was the ones out here saying, no. Too many tethers was getting involved. Tethers was getting attitudes. They was talking reckless, and they was really trying to use this whole co-op thing, fam, that we've been talking about for the longest amount of time. And you had some other people that was playing patty cake with Mrs. Monaleo, and they had out their pom-poms, and they was being very friendly, diddly-windly. And they was saying, well, let's keep the dough kind of cracked, fam. We ain't in the age or the space and time where we need to have the door cracked open, halfway open, sort of open. It's called gatekeeping, okay? And the gate stays closed 24/7. And if you ain't about 24/7, then you need to sit down. This ain't the game for nice folks. I'll tell everybody, this ain't the nice business. This is the hurt business. And some feelings gonna get hurt in the process. So we already knew that this woman was on op time. We already knew she wasn't like us. And we already knew where the play was coming from. Only difference on this broadcast, family, that we have put forth opposed to everybody else is that we don't give a fuck. Okay, when it comes to the lineage, heritage, and culture, some other people may have out some cotton candy. They may have them some caramel apples. They may out there have some Skittles and some Starbursts. I'm sure they got a lot of sweet candy, and I'm sure they have a nice sweet time just, throwing popcorn back and forth with the tethers. And I'm sure they got all the little cherries and all the strawberries, and they have just a nice little ticklish ass time with all of the ops. We don't do that over here. Over here, when you are op, you get regulated. Nobody sees you no more. You fade to the background, and we making them fade, y'all. This is what we talking about when you're in here. By the way, if you certified 100, I see you. You don't give a damn, I see you. And if you on lineage business, stand up, y'all. Let me tell y'all what's been going on right here. These tethers have been trying every aspect to get into our community, okay? And y'all know this more than I know. But let me tell you something they've been doing. They've been using hip-hop. What you think all that hip-hop was 50-50? What you thought that was, fam? This was all the tea leaves. You really mean to tell me in a midterm that they got this rapper to pop something? By the way, how many of y'all even knew who this individual was, Monaleo? Did y'all even know who the hell she was? Did you even know who she was a couple months ago? Next thing you know, she's on the Breakfast Club. Next thing you know, she's doing interviews. Well, a lot of brothers and sisters came out and was like, yo, we don't trust you. And we don't really like that Pan-African stuff. You put the Black American heritage flag, and then you got every single diaspora flag in the back. Fam, are you a part of the diaspora? Because I know I'm not. And when did we ever get some type of pamphlet where we signed up for? Did y'all ever sign up to be a part of this diaspora? I hear so much about this diaspora, right? Everybody talks about it. But family, I've never signed up to be a part of the diaspora. And foundational Black Americans, we never said that we were down with it, fam. Saying you're a part of the diaspora is like being a part of the 6th region with the African Union. It's more things where they didn't ask us, they just branded us. Now, we already have the dominant society in America trying to brand us every weekend. And now we also have these Africans. Why everybody want to reclassify us? Go reclassify somebody else. Ain't nobody else running around here with a reclassification on classification on classification except for FBA. You always mad. And y'all know why they real mad right now? Because this is the era where they haven't named us. We named ourselves. You see how much animosity? They got salt all in their goddamn face. When foundational Black Americans say, no, we're going to go by what we choose to go by, not what you tell us. The whole world is upset, fam. I'm seeing people in Britain. They're talking about, what is a foundational Black American? Something that ain't you. You got people in the village with no water. These folks ain't got no running water. Somehow they know how to talk about FBA. I told you, got their antenna, their legs is kicked up in the air sideways, trying to catch any signal so they can send it over here so they could tell us how displeased they are the fact that we aren't Africans. Because remember, if you are part of the diaspora, then that means that you are an African. Let me tell you the only diaspora I know. I know Tennessee, Mississippi, Kentucky, Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Florida, both Carolinas. Shout out to Virginia. Shout out to Maryland. Shout out to Oklahoma. I don't know if I said Texas. If I didn't, then goddamn it, you got it twice. If not, there go your first one. Family, it's about the American South. That's the diaspora. All right. And I'm talking about my brothers and sisters moving throughout the United States of America. Remember, y'all, we don't flee. We foundations. We don't steal. We build. We don't run and hide. We don't migrate. We expand. So if you want to start talking about us, you got to start right here where we are. and we shutting everything down, including these rappers that are plants that the Democrats have given to us so they can try to weasel us back into some type of Pan-Africanism that never existed. And fam, the Tethers is mad. Y'all look at this right here. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Soulaan is a term for pretenders. Watch this person right there. And fam, they got to always put something on their forehead. They be tying up a tablecloth, trying to just tie it up, fam. They'll get about 100 napkins and just twist it up to put it over your forehead. Be proud of your forehead. Be proud of your hairline. You ain't really got one anyway, so you might as well just like it. But look at this individual right here who says she got some checking to do because she don't like Soulaan or FBA, and really she don't like Black Americans. But we don't like you neither, Miss Fufu. Let's go.
It's time to address the elephant in the room about the term Soulann and Soulaani, or Soulann and Soulaani. Now, when the term first debuted, it was all of our understanding that it was for African descendants of chattel slavery in America, and that the two A's in the term meant African American. But I have recently went to their website that I didn't know that they had, and I read up on the term. And the creators of Soulann are claiming that it is descendants of slavery, but that we are indigenous to the United States of America, and that we don't come from Africa, and that we were enslaved indigenous people. Now, if you know the African American rapper Monaleo, who has always showed pride in her African American roots, recently released a song called Soulaan. I'm not critiquing her in any way, shape, form, or fashion, because I know that she thinks that this means a descendant of African chattel slavery in America. But this has caused a lot of discourse surrounding the term, with Caribbean and continental people trying to call themselves Soulaan.
Freeze. What you mean it's caused a bunch of discord? From who? You ain't qualified to have no type of discord, fam. The same way these people don't qualify for reparations is the same way they don't qualify for our attention. We ain't listening to you. I want y'all to notice how this 17th head tether has told us that there's been a lot of discord within the diaspora community. They don't really like the term Soulaan, Soulaani. They don't like FBA. And they really don't like Black Americans. But here's the kicker. Who gives a damn what you like? Did I ask you, Miss Fufu? I don't ask you what's going on in Haiti, because let me tell you something. I don't like the fact that in Haiti, y'all still getting yoked up on by the colonizer. Same in Africa. Same in Jamaica. I don't like the fact that in Jamaica, y'all got all the beaches out there. You are literally on a coastline and don't control the beach. Fam, we're not talking about a lake or a river or a pond. You got oceans and you don't control the beach. Jamaicans, Rastafarian man, listen to me, Black Alpha. If they tell you that they can take away the beach, just walk down the coastline and go get another one. But you can't do that because you love daddy too much, don't you? How's somebody gonna tell you that you can't own a beach when the whole damn island is surrounded by beach? Walk about 5 miles down and make your own. But they can't do that now, can they? Because they don't want to do that, because that would be being mean to daddy. And don't let me get started on Africa or anybody. This is why I say we are a part of your diaspora, which means we don't give a damn about what you're saying. You're only mad because you're not foundational Black Americans. That's it.
So, of course, I went and did research on the creators of the term. I cannot get behind this rhetoric, because while I support African Americans wanting to distinguish themselves as an ethnicity and make it clear that we are a group of people who descend from African chattel slavery in America, and not to be confused.
Fam, didn't she just say as a Haitian? Look how quick, fam, brothers, sisters, kings, queens. I want y'all to see how quick they'll do the they and the we. Just a minute ago, she was talking about from the Haitian community. Immediately now she's saying how we feel. Ain't no damn we. Accept it. You're not a foundational Black American. We see through you. You want to be us. You're mad at us. You wish every single day through your ashy ass knuckles that you could wave a foundational Black American flag, but you can't do it. Accept it and move the hell on. That be that. And now she went from Haitian back to claiming that she's one of us.
It clear that we are a group of people who descend from African chattel slavery in America, and not to be confused with other Black people who come here and sometimes get confused and identify as African American. I would like to read directly from the site. Word not ethnogenesis. Poorly written site, because there's no apostrophe here. We're from the soil of this land that's completely unique to us. This is embarrassing. It does not recognize African as our identity because we are not African. You cannot be born here and somehow be Soulann. That's citizenship. Soulann is an ethnicity, two different things. This term distinguishes indigenous Black Americans who descend from slavery. In the U.S., we were already here. Who? I was minding my...
Us, that's who. Us, that's who. And fam, how many times she jumping back and forth to the we, the we, the we? Why you care so much? Shouldn't you be worried about Haiti right now? That's a 15th world country. Okay, they done passed up third world. That don't even exist to them. They was third world 25, 35, 40 years ago. You are 15th world country. All types of famine, homelessness, starving, but yet you worried about what people are writing about foundational Black American Soulaan and Black American heritage. You are not included, you are excluded. And that's what this is really about. And I know she ain't talking about the words are written wrong. You done tied up that mop on your head wrong because I'm seeing too much of that damn forehead. That's what really I'm saying. You should have got a whole goddamn rug or carpet to cover that up, because that little cloth you got on your head is struggling. You got on a struggle cloth, okay? But let me tell you what ain't struggling is that football field that you got on top of your eyebrows, all right? When you got a football field on your eyebrows, I don't know whether to kick some damn field goals or kick your ass out the paint. But I'm going to tell you one thing. You ain't no Black American. You ain't qualified, and you can't speak on no Black American. I don't give a damn what a foundational Black American brother or sister calls themselves. You ain't talking on our behalf because you ain't like us. You better take that damn forehead and go see the NFL, okay? Because you can't come around here. You better go to the National Fleers League. You might fit in there, but not over here with the certifieds.
Business in West and Central Africa. Ho, I was sipping on Congo. And then white tea people came and abducted me. We are a complex admixed amalgamation, as explained in our Yahoo interview. The real African Americans who want to establish us as our own ethnicity and actually acknowledge that we are West and Central African, can we please stand up? Because this is not okay. It's time to...
Nah, I'm wondering if that goddamn shoulder's okay, because you holding a hell of a lot of weight on it. That's what I'm worried about. Now, fam, this is what I'm talking about. That right there encompasses this whole situation. We're going to go there. Right now, if you don't know, the streets is on fire. The block is hot. It's the FBA takeover. Right now, brothers and sisters are giving these tethers work left and right. There's nowhere that is safe for a tether. You got two things going on. The delineation movement is at a crescendo. It's at a peak. It's at an all-time high. And Tether's desperation is at an all-time high because all of them TPSs done got cut off. Y'all know for a fact that we was talking about Tethergeddon. Man, Tethergeddon is here. So this is why you're starting to see it. Now you got a lot of brothers and sisters. They giving Tether's work on every single platform. Y'all see what Tariq be doing over there on TikTok. Lighten them up. Y'all know what we be doing over on X. Lighten them up. You know, I might have to slide over to TikTok, you know what I'm saying, and put on a double show. You know, I might have two spaces, fam. I might double stream it. You never know. Because where tethers are, I think I'm going to bring that FBA regulate just to let them know who's boss. Because that's what it really is. That's what it really is. What it really is, family, you're upset that don't nobody care about you. And you know you can't go to the dominant society. You think they give a damn about all of your trials and tribulations? They the one colonizing you. You're really upset because foundational Black Americans run the yard. They may get mad at Soulaan. They may get mad at the Black American Heritage flag. They really mad at FBA because that's the one that they can't remix, twist, or turn. Conscious Flea wasn't waving that flag. He knew better. You dig? So what they're doing now, family, is that they are in a full mode to try to push some form of Pan-Africanism on us. This Monaleo, as well as a lot of these influencers out here, these people are paid opportunists that are there to antagonize Black Americans and to try to drape the cloak of Pan-African on us. They're having a hard time doing it because foundational Black Americans done regulated all that stuff out of existence. Fam, it used to be here, then it got reduced, and then it disappeared. All right? This is what I'm talking about. If you a Pan-African, you better take them Polexes that you out there selling, okay, for 25 bucks that you stole. You better take that and go try to sell it somewhere else. We done ruined everybody's money. Nobody got the bank right now, fam. Nobody got the bank. And the reason why they don't have the money, y'all, is because that $1 trillion industry of hating on foundational Black Americans and trying to get your little comeuppance, oh, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Can't nobody come around FBA no more and say, well, I'm going to take the money and I'm going to go this way. No, you can't. No, you can't. I bet you won't. It's all about FBA. Everything's staying in-house, fam. We're doing everything right, and we're doing everything that we've always said we was going to do. And this is what we're talking about. So when you want to start speaking about this individual, me, the number one activist, I did some research, fam. And let me tell y'all what I noticed. The Democratic shieldism in Monaleo is all the way out there. Fam, this woman is a Democratic shield. She's a Democratic shield. Fam, you don't see no damn conscious flea in your video unless somebody made a phone call and said, you go put this paid Democratic op in your video. And I ain't seen nothing that shows you anything that this individual knew even what delineation movement was last week. Let me ask y'all a question, and I mean this to the family, and I put this on the dub. This woman right here, do you really think she knew about foundational Black Americans or the Renaissance era? Did she support the rally for reparations any? Okay, there was 2 rallies for reparations. I went to both of them. Okay, and you didn't see that. I spoke at one. You didn't see her there. No. Anytime these people claim to be so grassroots, but they never get behind grassroots objectives or missions, then they ain't grassroots. Everybody now is listening, watching, and absorbing what we're doing, fam. And they're taking it all in, and then they're regurgitating it with a spin on it. It's going to be a Pan-African spin, and it's going to be a Democratic spin. However, let me take a step further. Wasn't this just Amanda Seales 2 months ago? And family, when it was Amanda Seales 2 months ago, did you not have some Black folks out there? Hercules. Were there not some Black folks out there saying, man, we got to be real now. I don't always agree with Amanda, but she made some good points. And we were right here shutting all that down. Fam, don't just shut down the tether, shut down the sympathizer, the one that's always in their feelings and emotional. We're not going to win with the come on in Black folks. We're not going to win with the can't we all get along. And trust me, y'all, they put those people in our spaces just for that right there. This is a Democratic plant, fam. And I'm telling you, when you seen hip hop is 50-50 and you seen Kamala Harris running around here talking about Afro beats, these are coming from institutions that are high up, fam. All of this is. Let me show y'all how thorough your boy be. Okay, y'all look at this right here. Did you see about this one? Diaspora District Global Education Conference. Did y'all hear about that one right there, family? Did you? Oh, they didn't show you too much of that now, did they? Do you know that there's all types of committees out there that is just designed to make sure that Pan-Africanism gets pushed on Black Americans? I told y'all before, if it boils down to the dominant society and they got a choice of FBA grassroots or Pan-Africanism, they're going to take Pan-Africanism all the time. Because Pan-Africans have a long historical record of working with the dominant society. It's always been that way, and it ain't gonna damn change. No, the hell it ain't. So family, when you start looking at it from that aspect and from that avenue, she ended up getting mad. She got real mad, y'all, because a lot of people was calling her out. And brothers and sisters was like, nah, yo, you ain't really standing on business. You go and do this little interview with the Breakfast Club, which is very suspicious as well, family. Okay, you go do an interview with the Breakfast Club, and on the Breakfast Club interview, you keep talking about Pan-Africanism, and I'm here to unify everybody. Well, she didn't really like the fact that brothers and sisters was riding on her, so she went to another COON, and they did a little interview. In this interview, she said what she really wanted to say. She starts getting bold. She said, F y'all, if you don't like it, this is what I am. And then they started throwing shots at my brother Tariq Nasheed. The same energy you see on TikTok, because TikTok is ablaze. You got all types of tethers crashing out, falling out. This is the same energy she got. And if you see 2 tethers, they flock together, right? Y'all look at this right here. You tell me what this is hitting for. Is this Democratic shield? Is this Pan-African? Or is this both? But let me tell you, she goes out of her way to tell y'all that she don't give a damn what you think. She Pan-Africanism over Black Americans. Watch.
You see, you pussy ass tweets.
Oh. So, Poppy.
I've been seeing.
By the way, fair use. This is about teaching, scholarship, research, fair use. Commentary enacted. Let's go to work, fam.
And I just want to let y'all know I really don't give a fuck. I'm not reneging. I'm not going back on what I said. What I said was what the meant. And what I showed y'all and what I depicted in my imagery was what I felt. And if you feel some type of way, fuck yeah. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it was. I'm promoting Black unity, Black community, and Black love. And if that step on your toes, You a weirdo. And I don't know what to tell you. And I just want to end it off by saying that.
Do the
Fuck
knowledge.
it. Do the knowledge. Ow! Put some cream in the streets. For your car.
I don't even know what the hell put some cream in the streets means. Sounds a little weird to me. However, what you mean you're promoting black community? What community? Fam, there's no global community. Can we just get to that point, fam? This little thing about global blackness, there's no such thing as global blackness. If someone says they're promoting black community and they're talking about global blackness, that's all diasporas matter. That's all Africans matter. That's everybody except for us. Oh, y'all made her mad. Certifieds. I see y'all. We in here 1.6 thousand deep and we ain't even been on for 30 minutes. Listen, certifieds, y'all done made her mad. Look at her. Look at her, y'all. She said she don't give a damn. She said she gonna say what she got to say because she been watching y'all. It don't sound like somebody who's on that Black American wave, because if she was on the Black American wave, she would be supporting paperwork check. She would be supporting delineation. How come she's getting so offended, so up in arms, so flustered about delineation, but she's claiming to be down with this new renaissance? This new renaissance is completely about delineation. So if you getting resistant to delineation, it lets me know that you ain't really down for the cause. You was a plant.
That's a cream in the street.
Before you call me, make sure your cream is out in the streets.
Oh, yes.
I want to clarify. I'm pro-black. I'm promoting black unity, black community, and black love. And if you disagree with that, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
You're a then. If you disagree with black unity, throughout the diaspora, just
a lot of these
be a white
communities,
man.
and you I know you will agree with this. A lot of these communities, they be on par with
White folks.
White supremacy. They be right along with that.
Freeze, fam. Who does this sound like? Does this not sound like Random Tether number 158? Does this not sound like Random Tether number 77? Does this not sound like Random Bushmeat Fleer number 345? This sound like stuff I can go get this off TikTok. I ain't got to sit here and hear her talk this. I ain't got to see Chub Rock, this guy over here with a mustache and no beard. Okay, I ain't got to listen to this. These are random ass people. I done had these folks call into my Twitter spaces in an Uber van. Fam, these people ain't popping. This is Random Tether talk. Fam, this ain't nothing to do with Black American. This ain't no damn Black American, family. This is no certified energy. This sounds like tethers who've been calling into my spaces for 4 damn years. This is op language, op energy. I don't hear nothing about reparations. Still ain't heard reparations. Still ain't heard about a Black American hate crime law. Ain't seen it. I'm hearing her talking about something. If you don't like me, fam, let me just translate it, okay? You may understand it better if I use the language that it typically comes from. Damn her. Damn how she's saying it. Damn this guy who looks like he needs a cheeseburger. Listen to what I'm saying. This is coming from your random tethers. If you just translate it, she's saying, you sound like the white supremacist. You sound like the white supremacist of the Black community. Don't it sound the same way? You being divisive, nigga. Don't it sound the same way? Tariq Nasheed is a hater. Don't it sound the same way? Y'all's a hate group. Don't it sound the same way? It's the same exact energy, so it lets you know it's the same exact tether.
And it be throwing me off because it's like we all Black in America.
Listen, man.
We all fall under the same umbrella.
We have to also understand this, all right? Now, we're talking about unity amongst Black people throughout the diaspora, right? They get a little shaky for
very shaky
because they want to be.
I don't think I realized how shaky you get for.
Well, you know, this is the thing. You want to be special, right?
Wait, you didn't realize the Renaissance and the delineation movement, but you waving the Soulaan flag, which is all about delineation? The Black American Heritage flag, all about delineation? Foundational Black Americans on the front line, all about delineation? Fam, how somebody come to the barbecue, but they don't know the family's last name? This woman done showed up to the reunion and don't know grandma's name. This is op behavior. You ain't no damn rider. Hell no.
But who they want to be special to? Hello.
Big hat. I don't appreciate when y'all see somebody, young Black girl, young Black boy, doing the knowledge, doing the work, and trying to push a certain narrative and promote positivity. I don't like when y'all try to poke holes in it.
It's nothing too. You don't
like
check
y'all
white
trying to sink
people.
my ship, and I don't appreciate that because it's like I may not have everything correct. Let me clear. I may not have everything exact.
And you shouldn't have to at 24.
And I shouldn't have to. Y'all have going on at 24.
And you at the warehouse take shit from at your job every day. You ain't say nothing to that right now.
So it's like,
but in the comments,
Pam, now they just sitting there saying all the bad things about us. Y'all ain't had nothing going on in 24. I did. I don't know who you talking to. Fam, listen to how they feel about the Black American community. Listen here, fam. She's sitting there saying, I got stuff going on at 24. You ain't had nothing. How do you know? Did you survey all 50 million Black Americans? A lot of brothers and sisters are coming up at 24 years old. Is she trying to pull the y'all losers? This is, man, she's going down Tether Avenue. She's going across Fleer Boulevard now. Listen, fam. She's sitting there saying, I got stuff going at 24. Y'all ain't got nothing going. He's sitting there saying, y'all at work every day, don't say nothing to the white man. I don't know what Black Americans they talking about. They must be talking about them Africans that's over there getting whooped on and don't say nothing. You must be talking about them Jamaicans that ain't got one beach that they control and they surrounded by the whole ocean. You must be talking about them Haitians. You talking about the people who don't control their own ports, because you can't be talking about Black Americans like that. There goes that Pan-African energy again. Critique, hyper-focus on Black Americans, denial about the diaspora. Y'all see why we ain't a part of that?
It's going crazy.
Going crazy.
Are you going to
Shitting on me, and I don't appreciate that because I feel like I get split in a moment like that. There's a part of me that's so protective over my younger self, and it's like, who y'all feeling like? On somebody like me, I'm trying to do the work. I'm doing more than what a lot of people are willing to say.
They always will say like, oh, we hip hop, it don't represent Black Americans. It's not positive, not pushing. You making a song that's very unifying. But you also got the perfect response for that song. For anybody that got something to say. I don't give a fuck about that.
I don't give a fuck
for real.
You know? And I want to clarify, being pro-Black is not necessarily anti-white.
We ain't got to clarify.
Stop. Is she doing the disclaimer, y'all? Did she go full Black Lives Matter? Wait, I just want to make the clarification. Being pro-Black is not anti-white. 1992 called. They want their disclaimer back. Who the hell says that anymore? Who in the hell in 2025 is running around here talking about I just want all the mayos to know that when we say reparations, it's not to spite you guys. When we say Black American pride, we still loves y'all. When we say pro-Black, that doesn't mean anti-white. Who the hell is saying that in this generation? Now the boule is kicking in. Fam, you got Pan-African, you got Democrat, and boule. This is what you see. I don't hear no damn certified in this. No, I don't hear no certified, fam. Everybody got a term. Foundational Black American, Soulaan, Black American heritage, and I came up and coined the term certified. And I don't hear no damn certified, and we got 1.8 thousand certifieds in the building right now. Do y'all hear certified energy, or is this counterfeit? This sounds like somebody who been listening, watching, observing what we've been doing, and now she's trying to run because the block got hot. When she was waving that damn flag, with all them damn Nigerian flags and Jamaican flags and Haitian flags, everything was cool. She was smiling. Soon as we start paperwork checking, now it turns into y'all ain't doing nothing. We's not really mad at y'all white folks. Please accept me. You ain't built for this game. You ain't built for this ride. You need to step aside.
Clarify.
But being
just because
pro-Black,
being pro-white mean anti everything that ain't white don't mean we kicking that one. We not pushing that one. We never have pushed that one, and y'all hate that for real. Keep going, mama.
They hate that. But it's like, I just wanted to create a space for us Black folks to.
Wait, did they say we hate that? Wait. Hold up. Stop, fam. I'm jumping in and out. Rock with me. Y'all know how we do. 1 billion miles an hour. Top drop back. Did they just apologize to white people and blame us? Tell me, did I hear that correctly? My certified foundationals. Somebody talk to your boy. Did they just do the disclaimer from 1991 straight out of Black Lives Matters playbook and then blame us? How in the hell do you sit there and say pro-Black is not anti-white and y'all NIGGAs don't like that? What? What the hell they got to do with us? We didn't say none of that. They just apologized to Karen and Ken unsolicited and blamed us. Listen again.
We kicking that one. We not pushing that one. We never have pushed that one, and y'all hate that for real. Keep going, mama.
They hate that.
What?
But it's like, I just wanted to create a space for us Black folks to congregate.
We hate what? We hate the fact that you just apologized to mayos? What, fam? If you are apologizing about your whack-ass rap song that 99% of us never heard, you definitely gonna apologize for reparations. As a matter of fact, you gonna say you don't want the money. You gonna say, well, you can have the money. Fam, you can't stand on business with a rap song. How you gonna stand on business with reparations? Get these people out the way fast.
And if you was around 6 months ago talking about black Americans ain't got no culture, don't be trying to push that Soulaan. Don't do that. That's not you. Kick that one. Red coat. You red coat. Red coat.
I wanted to create a space for us to really fellowship and turn up and have a good time for 2 minutes. And how long is the song? 2 minutes and how many seconds? However many seconds it is. I wanted to create a space for us to turn up and have a good time. And what I understand across the diaspora is that we have these shared experiences across the diaspora, being black under the umbrella of white.
Fam, Miss Leo, we gonna talk about that statement, Miss Leo. Leo, no. You look like you don't believe yourself. Look at her. Look at her over there. She look like this is what I read when they gave me the script yesterday. Kamala Harris's secretary sent this to me, and I was supposed to say it and put a pause in between each paragraph. That's some damn Democratic op language right there. Did she just go there, fam, and say the shared experiences? What shared experiences do we have with somebody on the other side of the earth? Somebody talk to me right now. No, brothers, sisters, kings, queens, I need to see your damn face. Hold up. No. Did she just hit us with the shared experiences, fam? What shared experiences do I have with somebody on the other side of the planet? Nowhere else do you say people on two different sides of the earth, two different hemispheres across the ocean are the same. What shared experience are you talking about? Because you can't be talking about what we go through. Well, I mean, I'm asking right now, like what? Language? No. Culture? No, hell no. Heritage? Hell no. Lineage? Hell no. Bloodline? DNA? Hell no. What are we talking about? Religion? Spirituality? Hell no. Nothing you talking about is a shared experience. The only shared experience that we have is the global system of white supremacy, a global system in which Africans say doesn't exist. So you can cancel that one. Check that out, fam. The only thing we have in common with Africans is we are all in a system of global white supremacy. But let me tell you what differs between us and Africans about the global system of supremacy. We know it, we fight it and resist it. They love it, they're down for it, and they want to be a part of it. Checkmate. There you go. So at the end of the day, the only one thing out of a billion things that you can say that we have a shared interest in, we ain't got a shared interest in because they're not interested in stopping it. Their only interest is being a part of it, loving it, holding it down to the point that they use it against us. So ain't no damn shared experience when it comes to us and Africans. It's the same exact way that nobody has a shared experience when it comes to foundational Black Americans. Let me tell you something, fam. All of this shared experience stuff, nobody has a shared experience with us. The only experiences that we have are amongst each other. Everything they're doing is trying to separate and remove us from each other. It's always got to be somebody else. Isn't it funny, y'all? Let me tell y'all this. Rock with me. Isn't it funny? They can connect us to people we've never met, but they don't ever want to connect us to the brother or sister standing right here next to us. Y'all notice that, right? Isn't it funny that they'll connect us to a Haitian, to a Jamaican, to an African that we've never seen, that ain't never stepped foot in America, but they can't connect me to my sister who's right here? They want to hit me with a gender war against my sister that I grew up with. They want to hit me with an East Coast, West Coast, North versus South with my brother that I was in the sandbox with. You want to tell me all of these people that are family I'm not connected to, but you want to tell me some damn stranger in Africa, we all brethren. Nah, we shutting it down. Everybody going to be mad. Fam, as we proceed, look after she says that about the shared experiences, now starts to come into the Tariq Nasheed hate. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. She got to bring up Tethers and she's got to talk about Tariq.
White supremacy. And it's like, I wanted to clarify that. And I don't really appreciate, and I'm just going to touch on this and we moving on because I really live in a space of positivity, but I just want to touch on this real quick. I don't appreciate people trying to demonize me and villainize me for speaking on my own personal experiences. Ultimately, there was a lot of conversation and nuance surrounding Soulaan. And I didn't anticipate. I thought white people would be mad. Everybody else who's upset, I didn't expect that. That was a little unexpected for me. But I just want to clarify for anybody who is referring to me as a Heather. I don't know where y'all got that from. I just want to say, got there from. I just want to say from. I just want to say from. I just want to say.
If you ain't black, stay the fuck out of.
Family, what you need to do is stay the hell out the buffet line, okay? All right, you need to stay the hell out the buffet line, and you need to get into the bra line, okay? And go ahead and get you a bra for them double D's you got on your chest, partner. That's what you need to do. Stay the hell out the buffet line, go into the bra line, and get you some straps on because you're looking a little too hefty, partner. You see what I'm talking about? Family, that is straight up TikTok. Fam, this last week has been about FBA going over to all social media apps and just taking it over, right? And you've been seeing Tariq roasting everybody. Right now, the talk of the town is foundational Black Americans roasting tethers on TikTok. That's what everybody's speaking about, right? However, I want y'all to notice and I want y'all to focus on something. The very same time that Tariq goes over to TikTok and starts slaying everybody, and foundational Black Americans is planting that flag, this is the same damn week you get that interview and they sound just like the TikTok tethers, fam. If it talks like a TikTok tether, it acts like a TikTok tether, then it must be a TikTok tether. That's exactly what it is. And if it's a TikTok tether, and that's the type of language that these individuals are using, then fam, it's only right and only necessary that we brand them as one. And when we start talking about branding people as things, let me show you a picture that just came out. You seen the hefty, lefty Deante Kyle or whatever, and he's a COON, and that ain't no friend. But let me show y'all who he been running with. It's a whole circle of a bunch of Democratic shills who are trying to use Pan-Africanism to get Black Americans on the Democratic plantation. Y'all, look at this photo right here. You ain't gonna believe this picture. Watch this, fam. Look at this photo. You just seen who was hanging out with Monaleo, okay? The Deante, Kyle, the guy who needs a bra. Watch this, fam. On his way to go pick up a bra for them big-ass goddamn you know what set he got. Watch this right here. Look who he's been out here hanging out with. Fam, they hang together. Oh my damn goodness. Look at that, family. Is that not two COONs who are friends? Y'all see that right there? Is that not Conscious Fleroy? Is that not Conscious Fleroy and Double D Deante Kyle? Family, and are they looking real zestied up? Are they looking real fruit by the foot? Do they look real fruit roll up? Somebody talk to me in the building, in the place. Because, fam, I'm seeing all types of Skittles bags. You see them Skittles bags in the back on that table? Y'all see it? Because I'm seeing a hell of a lot of Skittles bags. Oh, man, it's everywhere. I'm seeing Skittles left and right. I don't know if they about to leave and go get them a little room somewhere. Looks like they about to go get the Tether Motel. They about to get the Tether Motel. That's what they about to go do, fam. They about to be in there. But these are the people who been mobbing with your girl. So you been kicking it with these people? We ain't seen you around no certifieds. All we hear is you using op language, you talking about Pan-Africanism, apologizing to white people, and hanging out with these two. You must be a Democratic shield. You got to be a Democratic shield. And you got to have some Pan-African on top of that with you. I be damned. Don't the receipts start coming in, brothers and sisters? You damn right they do. And we got more receipts on top of those receipts, fam, because it don't stop. Fam, the game don't change, all right? The game don't change. We bring the same fire that we always bring. And that right there is showing you, fam, these people must be clicked up. They must be tied in. They must be on the same page because foundationals, we ain't on that type of time. We over here certified, fully operational. But what we're showing everybody is these people have been out here pushing lines that are opposed to us, but trying to sound like us. That's the new wave. I told everybody, go back and listen, fam. I told everybody 3 years ago, I said, the new opposition to the lineage are people who claim to be from the lineage. Remember that, family. The new opposition you gonna see are people who are saying they're against foundational Black Americans yesterday. Now they're saying they're for foundational Black Americans. Now they understood they can't stop us from outside the house, so they got to try to find a way to get in the house. The new opposition of reparations are people who claim to be for it. Look out there in California. The new reparations opposition coming from the Democratic establishment are going to be people who tweet out, oh, we need reparations. As soon as you challenge them, they ain't going to have nothing to say. That's what they're doing. Yeah, Fruity Pebbles all in that damn picture, right? Yeah, You see what happens when you go get them, fam. That's a double D and a double C and a double O in the end. Y'all look at this right here, fam. This is what I'm talking about. These people think they slick, but brothers and sisters are shutting it down. You're going to see a denominator now all across social media. You're starting to see these things where you're putting patterns together. When you see somebody make a video and they're going in on foundational Black Americans, go back to their other previous videos, go down, you're going to see some Democratic agenda. You're going to see somebody promoting a Democratic candidate, promoting Kamala Harris. You see somebody pop up randomly, fam, and they start talking about how reparations is so bad. Go back and listen to them. Go back and watch them. And all of nowhere, you're going to see all this Democratic shield talk. These people's pages are littered with Democratic shield and Pan-Africanism while they sit there and they talk down on Black Americans. Watch it, fam. Always getting real. They're dishing out big money. And the word has came back that these people are being paid by these democratic establishments to push global Africanism on us so they can dilute the lineage-based movement. This is what they do, fam. They couldn't dilute the lineage-based movement with just vote blue no matter who. We got rid of that. They couldn't do it with Black Lives Matter. We got rid of that. Anybody they've put forward to try to stop us being lineage first isn't working. So now they're saying, let's go pay some of these Pan-Africans. When you start seeing these people pop up, they got these busted-ass dreadlocks. They got a fake-ass Southern accent acting like they from Alabama, but really it's a Haitian accent. And you hear the Jamaican, the patois all in their throat. These people are not Black Americans. They're pretending to be Black Americans so they can try to push Pan-Africanism from the inside of the house. Watch how this young brother right here, shout out to Leo, he be spitting that real good stuff. Watch how he talks about how these individuals not only are in our spaces, but they don't want us to have our own space and time because it's a threat to them. Shout out to the brother.
So that goddamn interview, once again, Miss Monaleo and the Grits and Eggs podcast or whatever the podcast it is, bro. Listen, bro, I defended Monaleo like 3 times because people were lying. Now, when it comes to y'all lying about dumb shit, I'm not fucking with you because you would lie about anybody. You would do that to anybody, right? I understand what she did was a little bit shaky, but to double down, I understand you was trying to talk to your naysayers and shit like that, but y'all want to be able to have your cake and eat it too. Y'all want to be able to talk this revolutionary shit and Malcolm X and all this stuff like that, and then kind of like gaslight the people about unity and shit, right?
Listen what the brother just said. Listen what he said. They want to talk all that revolutionary stuff, but it doesn't equate, and they don't really push it with their action. They're going to come talking all of that reparations and certified, but when it boils down to it, it starts turning into Pan-Africanism.
It's cool when everybody else has their own safe spaces. It's okay for us to have our own safe spaces that only pertains to Black Americans that are not of immigrant background. And that doesn't mean that we're anti-immigrant or anti-anything else. It just means that we want our own safe spaces. We want to talk about our own things without nobody being involved. How come every time we want to have our own safe spaces, we have to be like the goddamn cultural last airbender and unite everybody and grift everybody into our shit? Everything ain't for every goddamn Black person all the time, every second of the hour. And grift everybody into our shit. Everything ain't for every goddamn Black person all the time, every second of the hour. We're tired of it. And we said, can we have a space where we can just bask in our culture from the United States and not bring everybody into shit? They have their own spaces. They can make their own goddamn spaces. It's not up to us to make spaces for everybody all the damn time. Just because you have a friend, a Hispanic friend, a Nigerian friend, or a so-and-so friend, does that mean that they're invited into the household to have conversations about private shit of the family all the time? No.
Hell no.
That's not how that works. And Deante, Kyle, all you saying that slick and stuff like that, bro, I don't want to hear shit when the numbers are low, because when we need you to speak on real grievances and give us real safe spaces, y'all want to all lives matter this shit. There's a time and place for all lives matter, and there's a time and place for Black American people to have safe spaces, and that's okay. And that doesn't mean that we hate anybody, and that's shit that y'all not understanding. And that money y'all getting gonna y'all up. The money that y'all getting is going to fuck y'all up if you don't stop trying to grift and do this stupid shit. So that...
Amen 110. You already know. That's exactly what we talking about. Fam, when we start breaking it down and we start highlighting all that, that only leaves you with one answer. Somebody has a handler. When you sit there and you talk about all these areas, fam, I want y'all to focus. How many aspects of our community is she inadequate about? She doesn't know about delineation. That's the wave right now. She doesn't know about reparations. She damn sure ain't talking about it. If she does know about it, she ain't speaking about it. That's the wave. Anybody who comes around us and they're not heavy on delineation and heavy on reparations, they're not with us. They're against us. And they're only with a cloak on and a mask and they hide it. That's all. What I always tell people, fam, y'all know I say it all the time. I tell y'all, I say delineation, regulation, reparations. That's it. That's the motto. She wasn't talking that. I heard Pan-African unity, and I'm sorry, white folks. I didn't mean to upset y'all. When I said Soulann, I really meant Sarah, and it just slipped up. Soulann doesn't really mean Soulann. It means Sarah Lee, and Sarah Lee can come on in. Fam, was she trying to make Soulann sound like Sarah Lee? That's what it sounded like. Sounded like she was trying to open that door lightweight and say, Sarah Lee can come on in. Soulann, Sarah Lee, potato, patata, all the same damn thing. No, it ain't the same damn thing. If you can tell me, as a Black American who is from Ohio and Georgia, that I'm the same as somebody way to hell in Kenya, I'm not surprised if you try to tell me Soulann means Sarah Lee. And then next thing you know, Spencer's going to show up. She's going to have all the S's. Stevie is going to show up. Just a hell of a lot of S's is going to walk in. And then here come the K's and the Karens. And then here come the Beckys and the Rebeccas. And then next thing you know, it's all reparations matter. How about everybody get $1? You see what we're talking about? You see why we identify everything? The world don't like the fact that we've moved into the space of who the hell are you and who sent you? And that's the question we got to ask. And once you ask the question of who sent you, then you got to really start going there. And when we really went there, fam, I don't know why people had out there, they're, cheerleading uniforms. You know what I'm saying? I want to be way more vulgar than that. But let's just say there was a hell of a lot of people who had some pom-poms and they had their little cheerleader dress. And they were dancing all around this right here. Word on the street, y'all, is that these are her parents. Now, question to all of y'all. Some people are saying that she's a tether. Some people are saying her people are Nigerian. Some people are saying they not. But like I always tell y'all, it's either going to be a tether or a tether sympathizer. And to me, it's the same. But I'm going to allow the family to go ahead and let me know how you feel about this individual's background. Because backgrounds have to be checked. And if it don't check right, it's got to be wrecked. That's just how we do it. But word on the street is that these are her people. And word on the street is making me really see things when you look at her paperwork like that right there. This is how she says she feels when Kamala wins the presidency. What else do y'all want to see? Y'all want to see some Black off receipts? Let's go down the line, y'all. How about this one right here? Bill Cosby is a rapist. Whoa. Why was y'all thinking that this was some certified female, y'all? I'm asking the family right now. Why the hell, other than us right here on this channel, because a lot of people been out there saying, oh, be nice to her. Be nice. All it took was a simple paperwork check, man. The paperwork check ain't checking out right. So, fam, you got Kamala right here, and then you have Bill Cosby is a rapist right there. What about this one right here, family? What about this one? Somebody was checking her paperwork way the hell back in July 2021, and they told her they thought she was an industry plant back then. Oh, man, certifieds be out here, y'all. Yeah, look at that right there. Look how a brother or sister, whoever came up with this right here, shout out to you if you're listening. Somebody was questioning whether she was an industry plant way the hell back then. How about this one right here, family? I'm in New York. Where can I get some good jerk food and Jamaican meat patty? Damn, she out there looking for the foo-foo. She want that jollof. She out there searching, fam. This is all documented. You could have looked at these receipts instead of pulling out the pom-poms and saying, oh, she said Black American. She got the flag. She's got to be down. This is the gatekeeping era. If you don't like gatekeeping, you need to leave. You need to go bye-bye. All right? This is not the time frame where you're delineating halfway. All right? Because you might end up with something like this. Fam, for the people who don't know what her lineage is, and it's into question, let me ask this to you guys. Fam, this is just a red herring right here. my brother a piece of dog, you know what? I called him, I think she's joking about her brother, but she says, I called him, he never called me back, but can be on Twitter, SMH. That's why your hairline, and then she put ... never mind. I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying, you know, a lot of people say that she might be a tether. People's looking at her parents. Word on the street, there might be a little Nigerian. I don't know. But what I do know is you're making hairline jokes about your brother, fam. I've never made a hairline joke about my brother, okay? Black Americans, we've been calling out hairlines as of late because typically them damn hairlines are associated with tethers. Is she telling us that maybe this is her brother right here? Maybe. I'm just saying, she out there talking about hairlines. When you calling out your brother's hairline, it makes me wonder, does your brother got a tether hairline? And if he does have a tether hairline, then maybe your brother is a tether. So maybe we're one step closer to seeing maybe she is of Nigerian descent. And also, we look at stuff like this. How about this one, fam? She's trying to find some good African food. So damn, Jamaican food, African food, your brother got a janky hairline. I'm just saying, and I'm not playing. I'm just keeping it real for those in the field, y'all. I'm keeping it all the way live for those trying to ride. It's not my fault that I got to connect these dots. It's easy to do if you're standing true. Family, I'm seeing a hell of a lot of suspicious activity. Y'all know when your phone rings and it says suspected spam call? This is a suspected spam call. This is a suspected spam tether. This is what I'm seeing here, fam. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. And right there, you're hearing about all these little African connections that are growing out there left and right with these different African folks. But when you type this in right here, it says, Monaleo, reparations. Sorry, senor, we can't find any results. Now, you've seen African, you've seen Jamaican, you've seen Pan-African, you even seen Kamala Harris, but you didn't see nothing about reparations. Well, family, isn't that par for the course? Because during her interviews, she doesn't say nothing about reparations. So let's make this clear. During your interviews, you don't say nothing about reparations. And when you tweet things out, you don't say nothing about reparations. During your interviews, you talk about Africa. And when you tweet, you talk about Africa, as well as Jamaica, as well as tether hairlines, as well as all lives matter. So wait a minute now. So you are tweeting out all of this stuff and you're talking all this stuff about Africanism. But when it comes to things that are defining this generation of Black Americans, no talk, no existence, no words, all hush. That's making the brothers and sisters look at you as tether time, real tether time. And what they don't like, fam, is that right now in this era, we shutting down Pan-Africanism. Oh, Pan-Africanism can't walk down the street. Oh, no. And it's very simple. Pan-African is for people who want to be all Africans. We are not Africans, so why would we be a part of that? And let me tell y'all, when I say it's starting to get shut down, this is why they be mad, y'all. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is the energy that's changing stuff.
For crumbs. Reparations, crumbs? I remember Pan-Africans who was fighting for reparations. Y'all talking about reparations. What the fuck you talking about? But then y'all stupid ass talking about damn Pan-Africans, bro. They really...
And before everybody else. Because again, the open of the three, you're going to get 100 different answers. Again,
the damn tether on TikTok said we're begging for crumbs for reparations. This brother didn't like that.
Man, I'm so sick of these damn Pan-Africans, bro. They really being a piece of shit when it comes to this damn FBA and delineation and all that shit. And they really over here having conversations with Brits and Africans against us. Like this fool said, we over here jockeying for position, fighting over crumbs. Reparations is crumbs? I remember Pan-Africans was fighting for reparations. Y'all was talking about reparations. What the you talking about? But then y'all stupid was talking about reparations for Africa too, because they suffered, because their people got stolen and all this shit. But y'all didn't want to tell nobody how they was selling people. They was over there selling people into slavery for mirrors and what else? Was it mirrors and something else simple? It was something simple. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Man, I'm telling you, bro. Oh, everybody else over here get it. No, they don't. No, they don't. You know Pan-Africanism is bro. You know it. You know it. You think just because Monaleo made that song that y'all still got a foothold on Black Americans and y'all don't. You know, what I constantly think about all the time, right? Because, you know, this some shit, you know, FBA say all the time. It's like, what's wrong with us saying, okay, we're American, you're Jamaican, you're Haitian, you know, you from Melanesia. But it's something wrong with us saying that we American. And this is the voices that we're hearing it from. But it's funny how Pan-Africans never hear Africans say, there's no such thing as Afro-American. You're not African. Y'all so smart. Y'all so intelligent, but y'all never hear that shit.
It's the same way, family. They don't ever see the videos talking bad about us. It's always what Black Americans need to do. They don't ever talk about what the diaspora needs to do. And what this brother's saying is the same thing we see. You'll see 3,000 videos calling us a kata. Pan-Africans don't ever see that, though. When a brother claps back, then they start to have a problem. How could you make one video defending yourself, Black American? But yet you got 3,000 Africans who just called us a kata, but you got no vision over there. This is why we regulate.
Man, that's some of the wildest shit, bro. And they always trying to talk in that monotone voice, so it sounds like they're confident and they're smart and they're intelligent. All the time you saying some of the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life.
This is what we talking about right there. Straight to the point. Straight to the point. So family, when you sitting here talking about scam Africanism, I don't know where they think this is going to bubble. The block ain't rocking with no scam Africanism. It is what it is. Nobody's rocking with it. So this is the play that's involved now. When I told everybody years ago that the Democrats don't put on kente cloth and take kneels unless they're trying to push Africa on you. Think about this now, brothers and sisters. When the dominant society embraces Africa, it's to colonize them or to dump Pan-Africanism on Black Americans. That is it. They never talk highly about the diaspora. They don't give a damn about them. But whenever they want to trick them to colonize them, look at you, you're so nice. And then they colonize you. Or they come around Black Americans and say, aren't y'all African too? And then they try to flip that on to us. This is why we don't rock with none of that, fam, because we understand the energy and we know the outlet. These people are mad because we shut it down. Fam, we've made African American irrelevant. We've made people of color irrelevant. Minority, BIPOC, irrelevant. Black and brown coalition, irrelevant as hell. Pan-Africanism, irrelevant as hell. None of these people got no clout, no cachet, and no credentials. That all belongs to us. Foundational Black Americans got the world upset because it's something that they can't benefit from. It only is an in-house thing. And we ain't supposed to be rocking in-house because everybody trying to spin us to their direction. And this is why we calling out Monaleo. Fam, Monaleo is sitting there talking about Black American culture. But she's not talking about the three things that define this Renaissance reparations generation. She ain't talking about delineation. She's against it. She's not talking about reparations. She's talking about Kamala. She's not talking about gatekeeping and regulating. So basically, y'all, she done came to the barbecue and don't know the family's last name. How you come to the cookout, but you don't know who the name of the family is? She done came to the barbecue talking all this blackity Black American talk, but all I hear is scam Africanism and all I hear is all lives matter. She done came to our barbecue, to our cookout in our hometown, and she don't even know grandma's name. How the hell don't you know grandma's name? Unless you ain't a part of the lineage, or unless you are sent by them folks, unless you are sent by them people. How about that one? Because I'm questioning a lot of things about you. You can't come over here and talk about something. Hey, how you doing? What's his name? Well, I don't know their name. Hey, old lady, that's grandma. Hey, old lady, that's great grandma. You don't know none of that? Nah, you ain't a part of us. And this is why we calling it out, whether they like it or not. They're going to have to deal with it because we know the game and the way the game is moving and it ain't in their direction. This the first time, y'all. This the first time. The game is supposed to be moving the way that they want it to move, but it ain't. And let me show y'all this right here. This is what I'm talking about. Brothers and sisters, for anybody who does not believe it, look at this. This is her. I'm going to show y'all. Oh, I'm going to tell you one thing, though, fam. Notice it gets very, very vague when it comes to Black American issues. But the moment you start talking about some damn Democrats, you start getting stuff like this. Look at this. There go Monaleo right there. There go Monaleo. This is a picture. Oh, I'll show you this, fam. This real time. This real time. Look at this. There she go. Look at that. I feel like Kamala should walk out to this when she wins. Look at it. That's Kamala. She repping Kamala, y'all. She ain't standing on lineage business. She's standing on Democratic plantation. That's Democratic plantation business. I don't know how you sitting there riding the wave of this era, but you missing all the key points. Look at that right there, fam. She repping Kamala tenfold off rip. That's all Kamala supporter. So basically, Monaleo is the 92%. She's the 92%. She's a 92%er. Fam, you can't be 92%er and a part of certified black society. It don't really work that way. It don't work that way. You're just going to have to try something else, talk to somebody else, because we ain't really going for that. So you see the receipts, fam. I told y'all I was going to have receipts today. All these people got all these opinions and all these people got these statements. Black Alpha got receipts to match all of that. Fam, watch this right here. I'm going to double up, bring it back. Look at this one right here, fam. You want to talk about more receipts about this person's background? All it took was a simple search, and you could have seen it. This individual been rocking on that other side. How about this right here, family? Rapper Monaleo shared a message voicing her experience as a black woman after Vice President Kamala Harris was defeated by former President Donald Trump in this year's election. Previously, the Don Julio rhymer shared Beyonce's speech at Harris Houston rally, being overly qualified and experienced, yet still losing to an underwhelmingly unfit opponent, relayed the 23-year-old. Welcome to life as a black woman. Fam, she was pushing the black girl magic. She was pushing the Donald Trump's not qualified. She was pushing the Kamala Harris didn't win because of sexism. She was pushing the Democratic plantation. And again, notice how articulate she becomes. I don't hear none of that. I don't give a damn shit. You pussy, what you talking about? I don't give a damn. What the hell going on? Notice you don't hear the ratchetness. I hear being overly qualified and experienced and yet still losing to an underwhelmingly unfit opponent. Fam, somebody wrote that. The same way somebody wrote that script that she was reading in that interview. The same way people are writing everything for these people, because these people aren't our people, and our people recognize it. And that's what's causing the disarray right now, fam. That's super duper Kamala. And fam, if she's pushing all that Kamala stuff, hanging out with Conscious Fleroy, damn, how worse does it get? Fam, really? She dealing with Conscious Fleroy. She dealing with that bum in the interview, the Deante bum, and Conscious Fleroy, and talking about Kamala? No. This is the script that I've been telling everybody, because it has been proven that these individuals are getting paid and they're being broke off to infiltrate us. Social media ain't something they just let go. Social media is something that they have to contrive, and they got to keep very, very well focused. This is why they want to stifle the foundational Black American reparations energy. How many of you guys were at the second rally for reparations? If you were there, let me know. Do you guys remember at the rally for reparations, literally right across from us, the Democrats had their own rally? And there's like 2 people there. The only person I seen there was somebody wiping the damn floor. Nobody was there. But they had that fake rally so they can try to steal from us. How many of y'all remember that, y'all? Y'all remember that? We were sitting there on stage, and I'm on stage with the microphone, and I'm looking over here to the side, and they're trying to disrupt us by having a fake one. The Democrats are out there putting out fake rallies, fake politicians, and fake influencers. That's what they're doing, y'all. They got fake influencers that are running around here trying to twist our words, trying to spin it back towards us, and trying to stifle the movement and the energy that we all got. Watch this. Y'all want to see a paid influencer? I'm going to show y'all one. And I'm not just talking about Conscious Fleroy. For every Conscious Fleroy, there's about 15 of them. Y'all look at this right here. This guy I'm about to show you is a paid influencer. He done got him a little money, a little bag, and he's pushing to stay away from FBA. I'm telling y'all. Follow the people who start talking bad about FBA. Go look into their background and do a background check. You will see, I promise you, Democratic shield agenda up and down. You will see, I promise you, Pan-African agenda left and right. These people are being paid to try to stifle the strongest thing in America, which is the lineage-based Black American movement, and they're trying to pay people to do it. Y'all look at this dude right here. This guy right here, family, this is a paid influencer who's trying to push Pan-Africanism on Black Americans. Look at this, y'all. Do not fall for the FBA trap. You see, he came right out the gate with it. Right out the gate. This man's being paid, y'all. Watch this.
fall for the FBA. Do not fall for the FBA trap. And do not fall for the FBA trap. And what do I mean by that? What I'm talking about is that there are big moves happening on the African continent right now. And we need to understand that global black unity is the most important thing on the planet right now. There's immense amounts of hostility towards black Americans and towards African people as a whole because of the propaganda machine being put out by the white power structure. And one thing I'm seeing on the side of the FBA is that, because there's, some negative comments from Africans, they wanted to delineate from us. They thought they were better than us, that we should now delineate from them because we're getting a little bit of a leg up in society.
Freeze. Listen to what he just said, y'all. Notice how he just breezed over that? Notice that? Oh, some Africans said some terrible things about y'all, but it's y'all fault. Fam, this right here is what I'm talking about. Look, he even got the little Bluetooth. He got the red team go, blue team, blue team, blue team. This is it. They taking them scripts, fam. Don't get it twisted. Just because this guy is janky, I believe he's hiding his hairline as well. Fam, how many of these people always find a hat, a tablecloth? They might put a pillow on top, a bonnet. They come up with new ways of hiding their damn hairlines ever since we started checking hairlines. Fam, you used to see everybody's hair back in the day. You don't even see hair no more. They be like, them damn FBAs know about all my lack of hair follicles. Let me put on this hat. Look at that hat, y'all. What is that? A second grade baseball team hat? What is that hat? What, did he get a bowl of soup with that? Look at this damn hat, y'all. Okay, he got lint on it, cat hair on it, and he out there talking about some stay away from FBA. You done stayed away from the damn lint brush. You need to goddamn lint brush that stuff up because that black hat ain't supposed to have all them damn white polka dots and white fur on it. Now, this is what I'm talking about. They jump over all the things that people say about us to get back to the narrative. This is when you know you're dealing with an agent, okay? These are Pan-African, scam African, democratic plants. They're out there pushing that agenda that always has to stay focused on Black Americans.
Now, and the thing I have to say about that is every single African group has been disrespected by another African group. And the reason for that is because of white supremacy and propaganda. What they want to do is divide and conquer. We have Captain Ibrahim Traore making big moves in Burkina Faso. We have Assimi Goïta making big moves in Mali right now. Global black unity is going to be very important because what Africa is doing to the European Union and what they're doing to the United States of America is going to directly affect African Americans inside the United States. If they
No, the hell it ain't. No, it's not. Brothers and sisters, how long y'all been hearing about this is the year of Africa? Fam, don't every single month somebody comes and tells us, man, Africa's coming, y'all. Y'all better invest in Africa. I've been hearing that since I was a child. Man, Africa, woo, if you don't put your money on Africa, you gonna lose. They got the European Union messed up, fam. The European Union got a lot of problems, and it ain't Africa. Ain't nobody in the European Union, ain't nobody in Russia, ain't nobody in Asia losing no damn sleep about some type of renaissance or revolution going on in Africa. You are being colonized in Africa. What the hell makes you think people are standing up against the colonizer? I ain't got no evidence of that. Africa is not on the verge of some type of brand new revolution. They are still getting colonized today the same way they got colonized yesterday. This guy is getting paid to push that. Notice, y'all, this done turn into a Pan-African recruitment video. This is another sign of a industry plant.
They're taking back minerals, if they're preserving their culture, if they're preserving black unity and they're kicking white people out, then the hostility is only going to get bigger for us in America. And do you think it's better to side with the white Americans because we have some sort of, I guess, stake in American culture, an idea that doesn't even really exist? We are from Africa at the end of the day. And I know there was a lot of people who disagreed with my last video, but at the end of the day, Africans need to unite globally because the future is African. The future isn't white. The future isn't African American. The future is African at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, I also do believe this. They say, well, Africans don't claim us, right? Africans are African. They don't need to claim us. We need to claim Africans.
What? Fam, what The hell is this man talking about? Did y'all just hear that, fam? I done seen a billion tethers. Did he just say Africans don't need to claim us? We need to claim them? Did he just say that, y'all? This man is a paid plant brought to you by the Democrats, brought to you by Pan-Africanism. I done heard it all. And the award for biggest Pan-African scammer goes to this guy with the white fur and the polka dots all on his hat.
End of the day. And at the end of the day, I also do believe this. They say, well, Africans don't claim us, right? Africans are African. They don't need to claim us. We need to claim Africans, which is something that we have been taught not to do for the past 500 years since we got off those slave ships. You get off a slave ship 50 years later, new Africans get off the slave ship. Oh, we're better than them. They're savages. They're this, they're that. You know, all this nonsense, man. And in my personal opinion, we as a collective need to understand what was done to our psyche as a people. And taking that out on African people is going to do absolutely nothing for you. When the African population rises up and when African dominance starts to dominate the world in the future, when we start using our own natural resources and putting them in our banks and making money for ourselves without influence from the Europeans, then what are we going to be doing? We still going to
notice that, fam? He's starting to stutter. He's trying to remember that speech that he was given. And he can't get it all out. What they say again? Yeah, that one thing. Yeah, blacks is bad. Okay, good.
And making money for ourselves without influence from the Europeans, then what are we going to be doing? We still going to be stomping on Africans? We still going to be saying that Africans are not important? We should delineate from them? The white man is falling. You don't want to be on the wrong side of history. That's just my little PSA to my people in America. Come on, man. It's time to wake up. Black unity is the only thing that's going to win. Anything else is just tribal bullshit. Nobody
is rocking with anything you saying. How about that? Since you want to talk about that, fam, let me make this clear. Okay. We need to go there. We need to really pop off today. Okay. Listen, when they start talking about black folks getting off of the boat, okay, and then more black people got off the boat, family, foundational black Americans are indigenous. I don't give a damn how much they get mad, how much they get upset. That's what it is. And can I go ahead and say something that a lot of people don't want to talk about? I'm going to go there. Y'all follow me now. I'm about to drop the hottest stuff you hear on the internet. Nobody is about to drop this like I'm about to drop it right now. During slavery, when a lot of the brothers and sisters that were out there and they were revolting, a lot of those brothers and sisters were the indigenous people who got captured and enslaved. A lot of the people that were telling on the people that were revolting and leaving the plantation, those were a lot of those Africans who got off that boat. Let's be real, fam. If you believe that you had people revolting and then you had some big old tattletales, fam, ain't it the same tattletales today? Ain't it? Did they bring tattletale and tethers over then the same way they bring them over now? What nobody's going to talk about is a lot of those revolts and a lot of them people that was getting off the plantation. Those were the indigenous black people. Look at Nat Turner. You look at Nat Turner. That man is indigenous as hell. Do you look at Nat Turner and see somebody from Nigeria? Do you really? Look at Nat Turner, fam. Look at him. Nat Turner was super indigenous in what he do. And then who told on Nat Turner? A lot of the people that were telling and snitching to Massa were those Africans who got off of that damn boat and came here and got classified in with us indigenous people. How do you know that, fam? Simply is because that same tail culture, that same backstabbing culture is what got them captured and sent on them boats in the first place. Oh, they don't want to rock with Black Alpha. This the realest thing you're going to hear on the internet. Ain't nobody, you name them, saying what I'm saying right now. This may be the first time this has been spoken aloud, and I'm going to say it proud. It was the indigenous Black Americans who had already been here for thousands of years that was kicking up dust and revolting and standing on business. It was a lot of them Africans who got backstabbed culture to get sent here. They came over here and started telling on folks the same way people told on them back in their homeland. That's what's been happening. Don't nobody want to talk about that. Absolutely, family. It's just history repeating itself. So let's make this clear. The indigenous Black Americans were getting snitched on by the African slaves who came here on the slave ships. The same way that the indigenous foundational Black Americans is getting snitched on, told on by the tethers who come here, and they came here on a slave ship, an inner tube. So when you talk about the same African that came back during slavery and told on the indigenous. It's the same African who's coming now through immigration to tell on the indigenous. That's why they all got a problem with us claiming our indigenous culture. They never liked our indigenous culture. Fam, let me tell you something. The Africans who got here during chattel slavery, they knew who the indigenous people were because it wasn't them. This little notion that we didn't know who was who, you goddamn right they did. The dominant society knew because he had to reclassify us and tie us in with them people. They were coming in as tattle-telling tethers then, the same way they come as tattle-telling tethers now. Black Alpha be all one, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm going down in history, y'all. Living legend. And this is what I'm talking about. And when we bring all that back around, that's why you got this individual right here, and as well as the other individuals. And what are they always doing, y'all? They're always trying to low-key separate us from our indigenous culture. You know, the crazy thing is that it used to be Black Americans like us go back and forth with the $2 Tonto about who's indigenous. Y'all notice Pan-Africans got this big problem with us being indigenous Black Americans? Y'all notice that? It used to just be Tonto would. And now Mutombo, he's mad at it. Nobody wants us to be that, fam. But this goes to show you they're mad because they know the truth. And the truth is what I just told y'all. The indigenous Ben riders, who these people been coming from Africa, you got to remember, they didn't know who those people were that were coming off those slave ships. The indigenous Black folks didn't know them the same way we don't know these people now. Because guess what? We ain't the same. See, you got two types of people. You got the people who always go by what a white man called us this. And then you have people like us who say, I don't care what he called us. We call ourselves what we want. You got to be cautious with that. Well, the white man called me this, so I'm going to be that. He's called you a lot of things. He's called you a hell of a lot of things. And they're not normally good. You got to be cautious of the people who pick and choose to go by a classification that the white man's called them. How about we identify by what we call ourselves? Because every time he's ever called you something, has it been to your betterment, to your welfare, or to your detriment? I ask you that, and I ask that to everybody out there who always wants to cling on to the white man named us this, so we got to keep it. Well, the white man is the one who called us this, so we got to go by it. The white man said this about us, so it's on paperwork. The white man is the one who called us Black, so we got to be Black, and nobody else can be Black. All of that talk, family, that is talking about what someone called you. I'm more about what we identify as and empowering ourselves through that aspect. So you got to understand, we ain't know all them people that was coming off of them boats the same way we don't know them today. And when I tell y'all that these individuals are out here and they sending out everybody, you want more further proof that they trying to Pan-African us? Then look at this, fam. Look at this. I'm going to go ahead and let this guy, Mr. Muhammad is out there. Look at this. Why you should support Pan-Africanism. Look at this. This is Mr. Muhammad. He's out here trying to push Pan-Africanism on Black people. Watch this.
If you're politically on the left, I think you should absolutely support Pan-Africanism. It doesn't matter whether you're a communist, anarchist, socialist, or even social democrat. I think Pan-Africanism should be more on the forefront of those of us on the left's politics. And Pan-Africanism is just the simple idea that Africa and the African diaspora should work towards unity against imperial forces.
What? Wait. Family, is this Muhammad Luther King? Did they just send out Muhammad Luther King? Do you got an Arabic man trying to push Pan-Africanism on Black Americans? I told y'all, follow the money, follow the dollars, the same exact way that money has been getting pushed off to Monaleo so she can talk Black American and then pivot to all Pan-African matters is the same exact way this guy is talking about all Pan-African matter. He just said that the Black diaspora should connect with us to push Pan-Africanism. He ain't even got a dog in the race. He don't even have no factor that's involved with this. Why does he want us to do this so bad, y'all? $1 million question. Why does this guy have an obsession with Black Americans being Africans? Why does he have so much of a fixation with Black Americans pushing this?
Left's politics. And Pan-Africanism is just the simple idea that Africa and the African diaspora should work towards unity against imperial forces. And for me, that's something that's really critical because when you look at the African diaspora and Africa itself, they're among the poorest and most exploited. Look at the United States where Black people are, for instance, gunned down by police, locked up in the millions in jails, and are among some of the poorest people on the continent.
Whoa. Don't connect us. Listen what he just did there, y'all. Listen to what he did. He went there to talk about how poor Africa is. And he said also Black Americans are very poor as well. And they get gunned down in the streets. Maybe the Blackie in Africa who's poor, he needs to team up with the Blackie in America because they're all just poor, right? They're all just poor Black people. You see, it's the same thing Monaleo was trying to do, where she was trying to reduce our lineage to getting pulled over. Be cautious of these people who always want to reduce our lineage to the struggle. It's the same exact thing, family. This is what he's trying to pull. Why does he keep bringing up Black Americans with Africans?
Look at Africa itself, still the poorest continent in the world. I think the top 10 poorest countries, for instance, globally are all in Africa. And this is not the fault of Africans or the African diaspora. It's the fault of imperial forces, right? It's the fault of white supremacy, white supremacist capitalism. When we look at, for instance, like Africa, it's the exploitation of taking out cobalt, gold, oil, all these resources, which are making the top 0.1% of Europeans vastly wealthy while the African continent continues to struggle. So to bring African people together to resist that is absolutely critical. And I think of the more traditional Marxists might
to bring African people together to resist that. Trying to make us African Americans so we can support continental Africans so we can do their bidding. There you go. And why you ain't brought up your people, because last time I checked, y'all got all types of turmoil going on over there, because I think he is Iranian, okay? So you need to worry about why America over there dropping them things on your people. Fam, what we talking about here, y'all? What we talking about? It's bigger than just some Uber driver who don't have deodorant. Fam, they out here getting paid. These people getting a bag to do everything that we talking about right here, clear as day. You don't think that there's a real apparatus right now to stop this lineage-based movement? Let me tell y'all this, fam, and I mean this. The same exact way you had COINTELPRO to infiltrate and to bring down the civil rights era Black empowerment movement is the same way today. Only difference is, fam, you got keyboards and social media. That's it. Same way that they would pay people that would go to those Black Panther rallies. I heard personally from Black Panthers, they said when y'all would see the footage of those rallies, they was like 90% of them people weren't even Panthers. We didn't even know who the hell they were. We didn't even know who they were. The reason why the Black Panther Party folded is because they didn't have a check and balance system where they wouldn't ask people, who are you and why are you here? We do that. We do that. We want to know who are you, who sent you, and your paperwork's getting checked. And what's the one denominator, y'all, when you call out somebody's paperwork and they get mad? That means the alerts start going off, don't it? Fam, Black Americans, we know how to handle it. Black Americans, we cool. Somebody wants to know where you came from. Hey, this is what it is. Somebody want to know your background. Hey, how long your people been here? Where are you a descendant of? All my people go back to Mississippi. My people go back to Carolina. All is good. We shake hands. We dap it up. Y'all notice how comfortable we are with sharing information about our community amongst each other because we understand how much we have been infiltrated in the past? And do you notice how the outsiders immediately get frustrated and angry and they start pointing the finger at you for asking simple questions? Why is Monaleo getting so upset about delineation and people pulling her paperwork when she claims to be so Soulaan and so Black American Heritage Flag? If you pick up the Black American Heritage Flag, you don't need to get upset when somebody starts checking your paperwork. You don't need to get upset when we start delineating. As far as I'm concerned, delineation, regulation, and reparations, that goes along with the Black American Heritage Flag. That goes along with the foundational Black American flag. It goes all together. So if you want to pick up the flag, but you don't want the critique that come along with it, then I got to call you out. And I don't give a damn if you a two-bit rapper. I don't give a damn if you a influencer. And I don't give a damn if you were Tether who just got here last night. Notice how comfortable we are. Y'all know when Black Americans roast these people, they stay mad for life, right? We don't get mad. We cool. Y'all know why Black Americans can take a roasting? Because we can give a roasting. Y'all know why we can give a roasting? Because we can take a roasting. Y'all know why we cool with paperwork getting checked? Because we identified that we are at our best when we're very tight-knit and watch everybody. We have too much of a historical culture that has been infiltrated and people have stole from us. So we have to, by nature, be very defensive people. We have to. When Black Americans are not defensive, people steal from us. So anybody who comes around and says, man, why are you checking paperwork? That's divisive. Notice all the terms, y'all. I want y'all to notice the terms, right? Y'all notice the terms they use, like divisive, xenophobic, hate group. I want you to know why they say those things. They don't call you divisive just to call you divisive. They don't say you're a hate group just to call you a hate group. They tell you those things because those are things that's going to stop you from being on their scent. That's to divert you. That's to distract you. We getting too hot. We checking too much paperwork. The decoys can't come in here. So they got to come up with those terms to block us from pulling their damn paperwork. And it ain't working. But speaking of pulling paperwork, fam, we done pull paperwork, and the paperwork now is showing not only that the United States government, as well as foreign governments, have paid people to antagonize and to infiltrate us. Because remember, nowadays we have social media COINTELPRO, and we still got the regular COINTELPRO. It used to be about stopping the Panthers. Now it's about stopping the lineage. The best thing we've ever done, lineage based. But let me tell y'all what they doing now. They breaking off money and they paying people. So when you see a tether and they online and they saying all these things, chances are that person's been paid and an agent to infiltrate. When you see somebody who's a social media influencer and everything they say is about Tariq Nasheed, and then they go to bed and they get mad at Tariq more, all these Tariq Nasheed haters, chances are those are paid agents to try to stifle us. Whenever you see somebody slide into our space and they say they really from Chicago, but they sound like they from the Congo, that is a paid agent sent to infiltrate us. Anytime someone speaks that vote blue no matter who, we all black brother, y'all's is xenophobic, 9 times out of 10, those are paid operatives to stop this lineage-based movement. The same exact way they were paid operatives to stop the Black empowerment movement. You don't believe me? Look at this, fam. Word on the street and paperwork has came out that these people are out here and they are really getting paid. Watch this. Y'all seen this? You have organizations that are dropping the bag to infiltrate Black Americans.
Africans were paid to antagonize Black Americans and spread misinformation. Check this out.
We've been investigating this network of trolls targeting African Americans, and now we've actually come here to Ghana to try to get the full story.
In the run-up to our journey, we had discovered that all of the accounts were connected to an NGO called Eliminating Barriers for the Liberation of Africa, known as EBLA, or EBLA. Looking at the website, it was clear something was off. Parts of it still had dummy text. It was impossible to make an actual donation, and most mysteriously, one of the photographs had a Russian file name. Though the group claimed to be focused on issues like poverty in Ghana, its employees posted almost exclusively about the U.S. Some used incendiary language. America's descent into a fascist police state continues. Someone needs to take that senator out. Often they posted on real U.S. groups, an attempt to gain legitimacy and build an audience. The CNN investigation has found that Accra, Ghana was the launch pad for an online operation to stoke racial tensions and stir up social unrest in the U.S. ahead of the 2020 election.
And this is an investigation by CNN that they were paid to spread misinformation and target Black Americans specifically in 2020. And this
whole time, Black Americans, I've been telling y'all that we are damn near being attacked by the Africans. I figured out who and what it was. Now, in 2020, CNN, they did a whole investigation and they found that there was an operation directed from St. Petersburg, Russia, the same city where the infamous Internet Research Agency, the IRA, a Kremlin-linked troll farm was based. The St. Petersburg operation hired and coordinated young Africans in Ghana to create and run fake social media accounts. These accounts posed as Black Americans and focused on U.S. racial issues like...
Freeze. Listen to that, family. They paid Africans to perpetrate Black Americans. Ain't they? They've been doing that in our spaces for the longest. That's what they do. They come into our spaces and they pretend that they're us. And then we call them out and say, hold on, where you from? Fam, where your people from? Do you know that is hurting people's money? Listen now, a lot of things that we've been believing are just things that we do naturally. It's hurting somebody's money. When you hear them say that these individuals are being paid to perpetrate Black Americans, that's what we've been saying. They've been getting paid to cosplay Black Americans. That's what we've been saying. So when we check these people and say, where your family from, that's hurting somebody's agenda. That's stopping their mission. That's hurting somebody's pockets. Why is this happening? It's to stop the lineage movement.
Police brutality, slavery, and social justice, deliberately trying to stir and anger division and disrupt ahead of the 2020 U.S. election. CNN reporters actually visited the building in Accra, Ghana, interviewed locals, and verified that some of the workers believed they were doing social media activism, while others knew they were being paid by foreign handlers tied to Russia. Now let's watch this CNN video and see what they said.
Streets of St. Petersburg, this is a new hub for Russia's infamous trolls. A CNN investigation has found that Accra, Ghana was the launch pad for an online operation to stoke racial tensions and stir up social unrest in the U.S. ahead of the 2020.
Accra, Ghana. Listen, fam, Black Alpha is about to bring this all the way home. So I want you to hear every single word, write it down, make notes, every single tether's name, every place, every government, political official. Listen to what they say and listen to the location. Accra, Ghana is where this operation was folded. Now let's proceed. We got more, y'all. Watch this.
Has found that Accra, Ghana was the launch pad for an online operation to stoke racial tensions and stir up social unrest in the U.S. ahead of the 2020 election. On Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, hundreds of accounts churned out posts about issues such as racism.
Twitter, fam, that's where we have our spaces at. How many tethers have been on Tariq Nasheed's spaces? Y'all hear them on mine all the time. It's all loaded up. Y'all can check them out. Fam, they're telling us everything that we've been hearing. You hear it right there. They just told you that they're on Twitter and they're being infiltrated, posing as Black Americans and being paid up. So all of our suspicions have come true. Salute yourself.
Police brutality in the U.S.
For months now, we've been investigating this network of trolls targeting African Americans. And now we've actually come here to Ghana to try to get the full story.
Targeting Black Americans.
Here to Ghana to try to get the full story.
In the run-up to our journey, we had discovered that all of the accounts were connected to an NGO called Eliminating Barriers for the Liberation of Africa, known as EBLA or EBLA.
EBLA, Eliminating Borders for Liberation of Africa. Doesn't that sound Pan-African to you guys? Eliminating borders. What I told y'all, Pan-Africanism does not have borders. Pan-African is a borderless thing. Why y'all think they're so mad at Black Americans? Delineation is a border. Gatekeeping means there's a gate around your house. And now you're hearing that these people are getting paid and there's an organization called Eliminating Borders. That sounds like eliminating gatekeeping, eliminating delineation, eliminating foundationals. Oh, it all adds up.
Looking at the website, it was clear something was off. Parts of it still had dummy text. It was impossible to make an actual donation. And most mysteriously, one of the photographs had a Russian file name. Though the group claimed to be focused on issues like poverty in Ghana, its employees posted almost exclusively about the U.S. Some used incendiary language. America's descent into a fascist police state continues. Someone needs...
That sounds real liberal, y'all. Fam, don't that sound like that same liberal No King's Day? Oh, fascist. Black folks don't use the term fascist. Anytime these people start talking about this is fascism, that's some Democratic Shield talk. Okay? Listen to that language, y'all. This is fascism. Ain't no African saying that. They got a script to say that.
Needs to take that senator out. Often they posted on real U.S. groups, an attempt to gain legitimacy and build an audience. Many of the frosty.
So they were running a play on us since 2020. What we've been saying,
yep,
my FBAs, all the African attacks have been coordinated, and we knew it. We knew it. They were running a play on us, and now that we understand what's going on, FBAs unite and let's put an end to the game. We can't make up. So
there you go, fam. All the dots connected. You seen that? You seen that right there? You seen it, family. Brother made a good point. Everything we've been saying has came true, and it's all been coordinated, y'all. This is all a coordinated plan. You thought it was a coincidence that I do a space, Tariq does a space, we both got 30 tethers that come in there and they all got the same agenda. They're all obsessed with us not being indigenous. They all say that we're all black, brother. They all want to vote for the Democratic Party. The worst thing you could ever do is think these tethers are operating alone. Tethers is getting broke off the bat. Now, shout out to the family. Somebody made a great question and I'm going to go ahead and go further. Somebody said, what is Russia's stake in this? Good question. And I'm going to answer that. None. I don't think it was coming from Russia. I think that's the United States of America. That's what that is, fam. That wasn't coming from no damn Russia. Notice when the lady was talking, she goes out of her way to say, Russian trolls. I don't think it was no Russian trolls, family. I believe Russia is the prime excuse for deflection. That's coming from the U.S., fam. These are U.S. dollars with U.S. mass immigration to support a U.S. erasure of United States of American black foundationals. That's what that is. They ain't got nothing to do with no damn Russia, fam. And remember, Donald Trump just came out recently and they proved that the whole Russia hoax thing, that was all concocted by Barack Obama. And that's been proven. This is why Barack is ducking low right now, because they were coming out and saying, you know what? We're going to go ahead and do an investigation. Follow your eyes. You got to learn how to train your eyes. Follow your eyes, family. This ain't got nothing to do with Russia. This is coming from America. And what they did is they were highlighting that, but they said, well, we can't really say America. We got to say it's Russia. It's all the Russian this, the Russian that. They were calling us Russian bots. Family, it wasn't us. It was the United States of American government saying that. So think about it. Angela Rye called us a what? She called us a Russian bot. And she's working for who? The Democratic Party, right? And then on top of that, they just said that Russia was doing this whole coordinated plan to cosplay and infiltrate Black America, right? Russia again. Every time the white American Democratic, liberal, or Republican organization or belief or ideology, whenever they want to blame something, they always blame Russia. That was by them. That was not by Russia at all, family. Don't for one single second believe that that was Russia. And family, through my course of investigation as the #1 activist, I've been going down the list and I've been seeing a lot of strange things that's been going on, a lot of them. And one of the main things you've been seeing is that right there. But on top of that right there, you got a lot of people that have been coming out and they've been purposely, like we said, trying to use the lineage to spin things around, trying to twist it all up. This was concocted by the United States of America, and Russia is no more than a decoy. That's all it is. Let's just blame Russia. It's easier, right? It's easier to blame Russia. But I want y'all to see this. Did y'all hear them talk about Accra, Ghana? Y'all remember that? How many of y'all noticed that? I stopped to highlight that part in the video, and now I want you guys to put some dots together. Y'all see right there, and I'm going to show you unequivocally that this is coming directly from the dominant society right here in America. Russia don't have a stake in trying to stop foundational Black American lineage-based movement. I'll tell you who does. The dominant society and the liberals right here in the United States of America. And I'm not letting the Republicans off the hook neither. That goes for both of them. Don't hit me with no damn Russia did it. We're talking about America. However, y'all see that right there, right? Y'all see that? Notice that lady said this was coming from Accra in Ghana. Well, it's very funny that they're having the Diaspora District Global Education Conference. Education reimagined, preparing tomorrow's leaders through AI. Entrepreneurship, and global partnerships. Family, what is the AI? That's them out here perpetrating and infiltrating Black Americans. What is the global partnership? That is Pan-Africanism. Do we need to go any further? When is this going to occur? This is going to occur on December 17th through the 20th, 2025, right there in Accra, Ghana, the same exact place where they have told everyone that they were using all of these coordinated attacks against Black Americans. Family, all we do is we teach, we reach, and we preach. And that's exactly what we're doing. And they even got the registration right down there at the bottom if you want to register. And if that ain't good enough for you, Black Alpha's also going to show you the video that they put out, because they are trying, like everything, to get Black Americans involved. Here we go.
The journey isn't just miles, it's meaning. Every seat carries a story. From the United States to Ghana, from classrooms to communities, the future of education is taking flight. When we arrive, we bring more than luggage. We bring purpose. Across oceans, our hands meet. Teachers, dreamers, and builders of the future. Educators and innovators reconnect, not as guests, but as family. Ideas flow freely, powered by heritage, driven by hope. When culture and education move together, the world listens. Across the diaspora, we stand together.
Stop! Stop, stop, stop. Black Alpha, you one bad man. Look at the flags waving in the background, my good brothers and sisters. Does that not look a hell of a lot like Monaleo's video? Does that not look a hell of a lot like Sexy Soulann? You see the flags waving in the background? You see them talking about the diaspora exchange? You see them talking about Ghana, the same exact place where the coordinated attacks were located? Does this not look exactly like what we knew it was? A democratic coordinated plan to push us off of lineage-based everything into a world of scam African where we get nothing? That's exactly what it is. Flags waving in the back, and now they try to tell us that we all won.
Driven by hope. When culture and education move together, the world listens. Across the diaspora, we stand together, not as nations, but as one family. To register
not as nations. Listen to the language. Listen to the language, y'all. We stand together, not as one, but as all Africans. Listen to it, fam. You hear it? He said it. That's his words. He just sat there and told y'all off rip, not as nations. Because remember, the worst thing for Pan-Africanism is for us to have nations. Borders, nations, ethnicities, nationalities, and lineage is a nightmare for Pan-Africanism because we all one's bigs Negroes.
To the Diaspora District Global Education Conference, visit us at diasporadistrict.com.
There you go. diasporadistrict.com, December 17th through the 20th, 2025 in Accra, Ghana, the same exact place where we know for a fact it was getting paid to cosplay Black Americans and to infiltrate our Twitter spaces, our TikTok spaces, our lives, our posts, our social media comments and statements, and every single thing we do. They've been in this chat. Fam, let me ask y'all this, okay? Let me tell y'all this. How many of y'all seen these people running this game on us and you knew there was more to it, right? You knew that they was up to something extra. We done had them, all that, Okara, all that. They've been in this chat before. They done been in this chat. Oh, yeah. Shout out to all the mods. When our brothers and sisters be running and people out of their fam, they've been in this chat right now. Everything I'm showing you right now, all the money, all the dollars spending so they can infiltrate and coordinately attack Black Americans, all of them folks done been in this chat. Oh, hell yeah, they have. Yep, they done been everywhere. Everything you doing, fam, they getting paid, they getting broke off. And that little report from CNN, trust me, that was just a smidge. That was just small time about what's going on. So family, think about this now. You have a rapper who comes out here and is very, very, very hell-bent on Kamala Harris, was very, 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 very hell-bent on not being an industry plant. Never, 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 ever talked about reparations. And then on top of all of that, you also see these Akara days and spend times where these people all get together. Fam, this is all associated, connected, and it's all based on what we are doing so good. And they don't want us to do what we're doing so good. Let me tell y'all some of the things that I've seen, though. Fam, it don't just stop there. Do you know that there are plenty of African democratic organizations? Now, I'm not talking about democratic. I'm talking about Democrats, and they're all African-based. Y'all look at this right here. This is an African-based Democrat organization, and it's all about the continent Africa. Look at this, fam. Here you go. If you want to know where this is coming from, there go your answer right there. You can look at your screen right there, family. Look at that. Look at that right there, and you see it. Look at that. Pan-African Students, Democrats, Uniting Students for Sustainable Democracy in Africa. The PAS Democrats, Pan-African Student Democrats, y'all. Oh, man, brothers and sisters, they got all types of these little democratic organizations that are Africans. So when everybody talks about having a lobby or all those type of things, fam, the Democrats have a hell of a lot of them. And they're Black democratic liberals. And they're in Africa. They're Pan-African liberals, y'all. That's what I'm telling you. They're Pan-African liberals and they're Pan-African Democrats. And they're all throughout the United States of America. All of them are. You see it everywhere. You go to all of these colleges, all these different institutions, 9 times out of 10, when you see somebody pop up talking about an African studies, that person is a liberal African Democrat. The relationship between the Democrats and Pan-Africanism can no longer be hidden. We got to put that on the table, fam. And it's not just us saying it. You're having multiple different, very strong source organizations that are pointing the finger in the same direction. And we're only putting our receipts. If they didn't do it, we wouldn't have the receipts. In fact, we got the receipts, let you know they're guilty. That's showing you have Pan-African democratic relations that have been going on for the longest amount of time. And they've been placing these people left and right. That was only one. Let me show you two. I'll show you two. Look at this one right here, family. This is another Pan-African Democrat connection, and they out here hanging out, and they're out here making them plans. Who you think is sponsoring all that? Fam, my personal belief. That had nothing to do with Russia, and who I'm showing you right now are the real people who've been behind pushing Pan-Africanism on Black Americans. Look at this one right here, y'all. How about this? What is the platform for African Democrats? What? African Democrat. Y'all hear this? African Democrats. The same way just a second ago I showed you Pan-African Students for Democratic Policies. Look at this one.
The Platform for African Democrats was established 2 years ago in recognizing the link between economic development, improved governance and the rule of law, and democracy.
This important gathering, which bring together many of the politicians, civil society members, as well as democratic leaders that are working towards bringing a change.
A meeting that brings together those who are fighting to uphold democratic principles and values worldwide, but also and specifically in Africa.
Worldwide, but specifically in Africa? How come you don't have your own? There you go right there, y'all. Platform for African Democrats. And then you wonder why Pan-Africanism and Democrats sound so similar. They sound so much alike. They push the same exact talking points, and they both target Black Americans. Who targets Black Americans more than the Democratic Party and Pan-Africans? And now you're seeing that the Platform for African Democrats. Case closed. Got them.
For collaboration, a platform for working together, a platform for pushing back on authoritarianism.
These opportunities to be together give us strength to continue the fight and to be in solidarity with our colleagues like Kisa.
We always said that we need to work with others.
PAD. Just a minute ago, I showed you what the PASAD. Fam, how many more? How many times? How much money are these individuals spending so they can infiltrate foundational Black Americans? Let's double up, bring it back. So what you see right there, fam, is us following the money, following the connection. These are organizations a lot of people don't know about, okay? But what we've done, not only have we highlighted these shadow organizations that are clearly, by their own definition, Democratic Pan-Africans. By the way, does Dr. Umar ever talk about how Pan-Africans and Democrats have their own organizations? Think about that for a minute, y'all. The Democrats and the Africans have their own organizations that no Pan-African talks about. None. You ain't heard none. Now, Pan-Africans get on social media and make 1 million videos about us. But have you heard one time, I'll give you one, you ain't even got to give me two. Give me one time where you've heard a Pan-African admit that Democrats and Pan-Africans have a partnership. I've never seen them talk about it, y'all. As a matter of fact, I believe for most people right now, as we speak on this broadcast, is the first time somebody has put out that clear mission. And we're putting it out there on the table for the world to see. Nobody ever brings it up because it's hidden. So when you start seeing a tether pop up and they start talking about we all Black, brother, chances are they're getting paid by one of them organizations. And mind you, y'all, I just showed you 2 or 3 of them. Them ain't even the same organization. So they got a multitude of different organizations, a multitude of different partnerships. There are about 5 to 6 different Pan-African / Democratic organizations that I unearthed. And I haven't seen Pan-Africans mention it one time, but they love talking about my reparations though, right? And then on top of all of that, y'all, if that's happening in Ghana, do you also know what's going on in Ghana? In Ghana, they're also the same people that are pushing the 6th region when it comes to the Black Americans at the African Union. Whoa, let's go back. So you have the Pan-African Students for Democrats. You have the Platform for African Democrats. You have the Ankara Ghana, where they're getting paid to infiltrate black people. And then this all happens to go down in Ghana in the same exact place where they're having the African Union in the 6th region and trying to steal our reparations, fam. It all goes back to Ghana. Why? It's because the United States of America and the Ghanese or Guyanayan or whatever the hell is so, they're all connected, plugged into each other because they're all working in cahoots. There ain't no coincidence. Absolutely. Destiny swap at its finest. You really think the same exact place where they're pushing the dictator to push for reparations to include black Americans without our permission is the same exact place that they found that these people are getting paid? It's all types of destiny swapping going on left and right. And they get mad at us because we just not letting them swap because we in control. And when I tell y'all we in control, this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to show y'all even more people that have been coming out and they've been trying to run that little hustle game on black Americans. And they've been trying to push it like we have some type of ideology. Notice this as well, y'all. They love talking about ideologies, okay? Because foundational black Americans, we're not an ideology. We're a lineage. So the more they try to talk about us, they purposely try to say, well, if that's y'all ideology, it's not an ideology. It's a lineage. And I'm going to show y'all what I mean. Watch what I'm talking about. If you want to see one of these paid operatives, fam, look at this right here. This is what I'm talking about. These people are out here trying to purposely conflate a lineage with an ideology. Watch this guy, Bernard Shabazz, and watch how he goes out of his way to try to conflate FBA. Watch this.
Let's have this conversation so we can move forward. If you believe in Pan-Africanism, may peace and blessings be upon you. If you believe in foundational black American ideology, may peace and blessings be upon you. If you believe in black indigenous aboriginal ideology, may peace and blessings be upon you. If you believe in black Israelites, may peace and blessings be upon you. Study what you identify as. Teach those that's willing to listen. And move the on. Just because you're a foundational black American, that doesn't mean that you are above a Pan-Africanist.
Stop. Y'all see what he just did? That's why I'm telling y'all, these people are being broke off. They got handlers. Listen to what he just did. He went on this whole thing about how everybody needs to get together. Everybody needs to be one. But who did he single out specifically for critique? Who did he single out specifically to start lecturing? I know the play. I know how they do it. Listen to what he just did, y'all. He said, if you are a Hebrew Israelite, if you's a foundational, if you's a Pan-African, we all just need to identify and move on. But y'all black Americans need to get it together. Y'all FBAs, this was really about him going in on FBA the whole time. This is how you know these people are reading the script. This is how you know these individuals are working that clock for massa. Notice what he did there, y'all. He started off on some unity stuff. We just need to all get together and move on. But when he started getting specific with lecturing, it went directly to us.
Just because you're a foundational black American, that doesn't mean that you are above a Pan-Africanist. That doesn't mean that you know more. That doesn't mean that they're less than. It just means that you are a black foundational American. Study that. Move forward. Teach those that's willing to listen. If you can have a healthy conversation or a healthy argument, do that. There are people.
Why don't you tell them? Why you, again, they skipped over everything Pan-Africans are doing and they save all the lecturing for us because, fam, he's reading. Look, he's reading, y'all. Look, freeze. This man is reading. Y'all see this, right? Y'all looking. Look at him looking down right now. Let me move that. Y'all see that? Tell me in the chat, please. Y'all tell me, y'all looking at this man reading his script. Am I showing y'all off rip this man reading his damn lines? Is this man reading his lines right there in front of us, y'all? Yes, the hell he is. Look at him looking down. If you really just talking and you saying what you need to say, it's easy, fam. I'll sit here for 3 hours, go 100 miles an hour with the rooftop back, And I don't look at no damn lines. We freestyle off the top of the dome. This man is reading. I told you it's a script. Hold on, let's look.
Do that. There are people.
There you go. Look, he froze.
That are not getting paid.
Not getting paid. He's snitching on himself. Man, we got it. I love us. Certified salute, family. We got it. Checkmate. This man stopped. He froze. He looked down, read his notes, and then he started talking about not getting paid. Why are you bringing up money? Bernard? Bernard, no one mentioned money. Are you getting a couple bucks here or there? Did somebody fund that blow-up doll that you got in that closet behind you? Because I know you ain't getting no women. Not with that forehead. Are you even a black American? I don't think you are. Because I'm questioning that milk dud that you got on your neck. I don't think you're a black American. But what I do see is that you reading the script. I could sit here right now as your certified black American brother, show you guys receipts that go all the way over to Africa. I can talk about the 6th region. I can talk about the African Union. I can talk about these people getting paid to cosplay us. And then I can show you this with this guy reading a damn script and talking about who's getting paid and who ain't. This is what you call a royal flush.
Do that. There are people.
There you go. He's reading.
That are not getting paid.
What?
The government has shut down. There are protests that are happening that are really not protests. There's things going on in everybody's city.
What that got to do with black Americans? What that got to, why you bringing up money? We didn't bring up money. Why you talking about nobody getting paid out there now? Well, there's no money. There's no money now. And let me read my script. You needed to read a script to say that? You had to look down for that, bruh?
And we're infighting about what's right. It's not that deep. Study your ideology. Share it amongst the community. If we disagree, let's agree to disagree and move forward. We all want liberation for our people. Why are we arguing on who's going to get it first or who deserves it more or whatever the case may be? But we're all trying to get the same thing.
He looked down again. Fam, look at he looks down again. And notice he's talking about reparations. He used the term liberation. He's being slick, okay? Listen, family, you know you ain't getting nothing past Black Alpha. He's using the term liberation, but he's referencing reparations. Who walks around here and says who's going to get liberation first? Man, I'm going to get liberation first. Man, I'm going to get me a liberation check. He doesn't want to say reparations because that would blow his cover. So what he's doing is that he's using a substitute word, a safe word, like liberation, but he's really saying reparations. Nobody says who's going to get liberation first. We say we're going to get our reparations, and we're not competing with them. This man, who, by the way, looks down again the second time, is talking about our reparations money. This is coming directly from COINTELPRO 2.0. This is what this is.
Who deserves it more or whatever the case may be, but we're all trying to get the same thing.
Watch again. Watch him look down.
Let's have this conversation.
So no. No, we got you.
Share it amongst the community. If we disagree, let's agree to disagree and move forward. We all want liberation for our people. Why are we arguing on who's going to get it first or who deserves it more or whatever the case may be? But we're all trying to get
right there, y'all. Looking down. There he goes. Reading the script. Reading the damn script. That's exactly what he's doing. Fam, you got to understand. To break off these little TikTokers, a couple bucks here, or just to tell them what to do, okay? You know, during the election, remember, fam, how many people were getting notes from the Kamala Harris administration that they was trying to buy off black activists? Remember that, y'all? Remember, they was out there trying to buy people off. I told y'all, Megyn Kelly follows me. She ain't following me because she supports reparations. Everybody is watching us, and we're all being spied on. All right. So a lot of these little weirdo tethers that be popping up, fam, they be popping up for a reason. I want y'all to notice that. I want y'all to understand that as well. This guy right there, as well as many of them, they getting a little bag here on the left, a little bag there on the right, just so they can try to get foundational black American paper. That's really what it is. And they understand that. But what they do not like, fam, is that it's getting very, very hectic for them because we're not even supposed to be sitting here having these conversations. These conversations are supposed to be somewhere else. These conversations are not to be had. These conversations are not to be discussed because this is highlighting what these individuals really don't want spotlighted. That's what we're doing, y'all. We're highlighting what they don't want to be spotlighted. That's the difference between this era and previous generations, and they all understand it. And going back to what I was telling y'all previously about Ghana, this is what I mean, fam. You mean to tell me all of these things are coming straight out of Ghana when Ghana's got this going on right here? Look at this, fam. There you go. There you go. All that stuff coming out of Ghana. All of that you seeing about Ghana, y'all. Recognition, responsibility, and basically them talking about stealing our reparations. But they love to use terms like foundational Black Americans all being together with them. They love to use these type of terms. And really, fam, they talking about us. But they said Ghana presents historic reparations push for Africans and Black Americans. Fam, that's the same exact place in which we just highlighted. There ain't no damn coincidence that you're seeing all of that go down in the same exact place, in the same exact space, in the same exact time. That's because these people are working in the same exact office. That's why. They working in that same damn office, all hanging out together, all kicking it together, and that paperwork's getting pulled out together. So you can pull out all the paperwork on these individuals and the paperwork gonna show. And when I tell you it's gonna show, it's gonna show. But speaking of that, family, that's not the only thing that I've been trying to tell folks. When we say these individuals is on that same type of energy, and we say these individuals really think that they pulling one on foundational Black Americans and they just not getting by with it, that's exactly what the hell we mean. That's exactly what the hell we saying. Y'all look at this right here. This is even further evidence of what I'm talking about these individuals who really think that they're coming up. And all you got to do is, like I said, watch the background, watch the energy, and you will see who's making the play. The play is being played by all of them. Y'all see this right here? Look at this. Look at this right here, fam. Let's go back to Miss Monaleo. Let's see really type of energy she's pushing. Y'all see this? This is another Monaleo tweet. She says, I don't have to agree with everything someone has done to believe they deserve human rights. The bigger picture is trans men and women. Whoa, hold up. Wait a minute. Here come everything we've been talking about. This is everybody's foundational Black American receipt time. Look at this right here, fam. She says, the bigger picture is trans women and men, and they're consistently subjected to violence and cruelty. Last year was actually the harmfulest year on record for trans and gender non-conforming people. Family, I hope y'all seeing this like I'm seeing this and we believe in this. Yep. Brothers and sisters, when you get to the point saying what she's saying right here, you're fully advocating for the Democratic establishment. Okay, understand this now, y'all. This is deeper than just some regular stuff. Yeah, absolutely. This is some Black Lives Matter co-op type stuff as well. Good point. That's a damn good point, y'all. Listen to this. She's going full speed. She's going full time, y'all. She ain't playing. This is a full Democratic campaign speech. She's going full campaign speech, y'all, with the Democratic talking points. This isn't just her opinions. I hope nobody thinks that she just woke up and shared these different opinions, fam. This stuff right here is early bird stuff. This is easy. She's out here pushing this line full time. How do you know this? Is because this sounds exactly like what you hear whenever you hear one of them people pushing this line. This sounds like Jasmine Crockett. Fam, when you get to this point, you're pushing Democratic policies clear as day. This is a straight up Democratic push. People have to understand Monaleo is a Democratic shield. Okay. And it is what it is. Okay. We just gonna keep it a buck. We gonna keep it real. Y'all know what it is. This is a Democratic shield. This is what this woman is, fam. She's a full-fledged Democrat. She's pushing complete Democratic policies and she's pushing a complete Democratic line. You're not pushing that type of Democratic talking point unless you plugged all the way in with the Democratic establishment. And that's exactly what she is, fam. She's plugged in with the Democratic establishment so deep and so strong that she's literally mimicking their campaign talking points. So yeah, that's full-time Democrat right there, y'all. And it even gets more. So on top of the hairline that we seen her talking about earlier, on top of her talking about Black Americans need to leave her alone and all lives matter and the little disclaimer that she put out there so she can still maintain her little friendship and kinship with everybody. Let me show y'all some more tweets that she's been putting out there. And I want y'all to let me know, do y'all see Democratic Shield energy? Because I know for one, I certainly do. And we're going to get straight to the point when it comes to it. Look at this right here as we proceed. You want to talk about some real Democratic Shield talk, fam? She go full-fledged Democratic Shield. Not only did she say that, let's go through the tweets, fam. You're going to get this right here on the Black Alpha Network. A lot of people are scared to go here, man, but we're going to go there. We're going to come all the way back around. You feel me? I told y'all, this is how we rock. Look at this right here. Here's another tweet from Monaleo, and none of this stuff is ringing American Princess. I just don't see it. Look at this one, fam. People really be concerned with gay men. Mind your damn business. Love is love. Whoa. Hey, fam, I'm just keeping it real. Love is love. Love is love, fam. So she just went full advocating for the Skittles bag community. She went full advocating for trans rights. And now she's hitting y'all with leave them gay men alone. Love is love. And remember this one. I showed y'all this earlier. Y'all see how she felt about Bill Cosby. Oh, man. She was not rocking with Bill Cosby at all. Went out her way to have that belief about Bill Cosby. Yep. So on top of all of that, she ain't rocking with Bill. Damn. Now, how about this one right here, family? This is recent. Monaleo, look what she reposted. Y'all ready for this one? Check this out. ICE abducting Black Americans in Chicago should be a bigger story. She retweeted that. How about this one? ICE is now detaining African American citizens in Chicago. This is a video that was circulating across the internet where this lady was sitting there talking about how Black Americans are being deported. Look who retweeted and reposted that. Monaleo did. Yes, the hell she did. Fam, how much more Democrat can we get here? I mean, you talking about trans rights, leave gay men alone, Black Americans are being detained, vote for Kamala Harris. She was overqualified. Donald Trump is going to put us all back in slavery. And we as Black Americans need to be nice to her. We as Black Americans need to show her respect. We as Black Americans need to bow to her song. This is looking real Democrat. If you remove Monaleo and you just came up with some random ass person, you're going to look at this situation right here and you're going to say, that's a Democratic Shield. So I want that same type of energy when you start talking about this individual. And then let's also talk about who she highly, highly reveres. How about this one right here, y'all? Y'all see this? Back in the 5th grade, a few students from my class took a trip to the White House. Next thing we know, President Obama himself rides by in waves. How about this? Been watching this all morning. This is so good, so powerful. Revolt, Michelle Obama, the cross-generational conversation. So she loves some Obamas too. So you got Obama, Kamala, trans rights, Skittles bag, fruit by the foot, fruit roll up, Black folks, detainment, ICE, and we need to protect the illegals. Family, this is a Democrat all day. And it goes to show you, I don't know how you can be sitting here talking about delineation and Black American heritage flag and miss all of those points. Fam, you ain't read the room. Sounds like you walked in the room, you studied the room, you stole the talking points from the room, and then you left, because that ain't reading the room. Remember this, y'all. Anybody who comes around here talking about Black American heritage, starts talking about foundational Black American culture, starts talking about certified Black society as a lineage, and they're running around here talking about democratic policies, it can't be both. It cannot be both, y'all. Remember that now. It can't be both. Don't let nobody try to sell you that, fam, because you got to remember, the very fact that there's a lineage-based renaissance, it's rooted out of delineation. So don't tell me you missed delineation. It's rooted out of reparations. Don't tell me you missed out on reparations. So what you're really doing is you studying the Black grassroots, you getting that little bag, you're giving it to Conscious Fleetwood, and then you're turning around and you're trying to pivot. This Monaleo record was clear as day. Somebody who watched and observed the foundational Black American grassroots, studied it, catered a video to Black American Renaissance and lineage pride, but in reality was pushing Democrat and Pan-African agenda the whole time. Them flags in the background were a flag for a reason. And I'm not talking about the diaspora flag. I'm talking about the red flag. So everybody who's seen a red flag, you have been confirmed based on the fact that she don't like you questioning her. And last time I checked, anybody who doesn't like being questioned about their agenda, about their behavior, or about their demonstrations, they probably working for the other team. And when you look at all of her tweets, talking about voting for Kamala, talking about trans rights, talking about gays men's, that shows you, family, she ain't really on certified time. She wasn't really pushing the lineage. She was pushing Pan-African so they can push the lineage out of the way. Brothers and sisters, understand that. And let me show y'all this, what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Another psych op. That's exactly what it is. And it ain't working because brothers and sisters are rallying against it. This sister breaks it down right here. Watch how she says, Monaleo cussed y'all out. Watch this.
Anyway, I guess we got to come back in here and talk about the shit that happened with Monaleo. Now I'm going to use this example. I'm going to use it from the point of view of a woman, okay? But I'm pretty sure, I don't know if this has ever happened to men, okay, too, okay? But you know how women be like, my man, right? When women be like, this they friends, this they homegirls, this they people, for a dude, okay? And then down the line, so all they friends be like, F them, I guess. They be like, F them, I guess I don't F with you. You don't F with me, right? Because Monaleo went on Deante Kyle's podcast, basically going off on Black Americans, right? And you know how folk do that? Like they crash out on their friends and all of that different stuff. And I said what I said, and y'all don't fuck with me. Bye. Okay, bye. And then what ends up happening is the man end up playing in their face and embarrassing them. Yeah, I'm calling it now that that's what's going to happen to Monaleo. Okay, I'm calling it now. Call
it now, sister. Call it now. I love calling our shots. Speak your truth.
Because that's what's going to happen. We all keep saying Pan-Africanism is a trap. We all keep saying Pan-Africanism is an agenda. If you are sitting out here to influence Black Americans into unity and Pan-Africanism, which is clearly an agenda that they got going on right now. They're trying to get Black Americans to go fight for everybody right in this country and in the world that's Black. We all Black under white supremacy. Even though we have all kinds of history, data, evidence, facts, receipts to show because did not think we was all Black 6 months ago. Okay? Folk don't think we all Black when it's time to sit up here and dogpile on Black Americans in these diaspora wars. Okay? Yeah, when that turnover don't happen, I believe that she is going to be discarded. Okay? Because I believe that they are trying to find a way, some type of influence. You know, Benin has Spike Lee as an ambassador. They got Sierra. They got all these different people that are trying to sit up here and create and push Black Americans towards Pan-Africanism.
Good point. Good point, my good sister. Listen to what she just said and combine that with what we said earlier, everybody. We sat here and we talked about the hand behind the scenes. We talked about the puppet masters. We talked about how these people are getting paid. Who paid all of those things with Sierra, all those publications, Ludacris, all of that they were pushing down our throat? Somebody's paying for all of that with Sierra. Sierra didn't just go over there because somebody asked her to come. This was all in conjunction. Who paid for all of that? Spike Lee being the ambassador. Family, this all goes back to the coordinated attacks with COINTELPRO Tether version. That's exactly what it is. And this sister made a damn good point about it.
And if you read the agenda for the AU, the African Union, they talked about having Black American celebrities and influencers to basically try to influence Black Americans to support the continent and basically redirect our wealth and our funding towards the continent to build up the continent. Okay? To me, nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is by accident. I believe that she used the Soulaan term, which existed for years prior to this song, and many people were already identifying with and as Soulaan. Okay, I believe that she used that, okay, as a way to grab our attention.
Yep.
Right. but she didn't really read the room. She didn't really know what Soulaan was. I think she did like a quick little Google search, came across this, threw on the Black American Heritage flag, which a lot of FBAs wave the Black American Heritage flag, and they know that FBAs are not down with Pan-Africanism. And I think that she tried to, or whoever her handlers tried to get FBA's attention by using FBA imagery.
This sister cooking. Shout out to you, sister. Certified salute. This sister is cooking.
So that she could do a bait and switch. And unfortunately for her, that ain't gonna work. I'm saying it now. It's not gonna work. And when it doesn't produce the turnout that they wanted, they gonna discard her. Black Americans don't have to do nothing but not show up. And that's gonna be the end of that. Have a good day. So anyway.
Absolutely right. Man, oh man. I love my certified foundational Black American women. Y'all see, my sister was cooking. She pointed all that out. She started talking about the handlers, how they read the room, they stole things from us, they tried to spin it so they can pivot. All of the signs of somebody who's trying to infiltrate and reduce us from the inside. Good points all the way through. That sister just laid it out factually. And we, on top of what she just said, we put the names and the dates and the faces on there. Shout out to the whole team. Somebody just sent me something. Appreciate the love. Much respect. Somebody made a very, very good point. That Soulaan, sexy Soulaan, that kind of came across like no bucking. Wasn't that what the Democrats was trying to push? Okay, a couple, years ago? Wasn't that pretty much what the Democrats is doing? No vote, no buck with a V. Ain't that what they were doing, y'all? If I'm not mistaken, that's basically what that kind of came across as. And I appreciate the love. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, that no voting, no buck with a VUC. That's how that kind of came across, y'all. It had that same type of vibe. I'm getting the same energy from that. All right. That's the type of stuff. Remember, they was getting Juvenile and all the rappers to make these songs trying to convince us to go do something. Y'all remember that? Ain't that how that came across? That's how that really, really was right there. And I'm not surprised by it because it's coming. Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Yep. No bucking. Ooh, come on. They talk to us like we're crazy. No voting. That's exactly what that was kind of coming across. You could always tell they always got these little sprinkled in agendas when you listen to it. You can tell that they really have a deeper motive. And the motive is more so to try to get foundational Black Americans to drop what we're doing and to cling on to that. That's what that was. Y'all remember all that, fam? They had all different weeks, fam. They had all these different things trying to push these agendas onto us, which, by the way, you know it's that because they never push agendas on anybody else. I've yet to see them have a Spanish and a salsa version trying to push that on to people. Fam, how come they didn't have a no voting, no bucking with Hispanics? They should have had a whole salsa version. They should have got Ricky Martin and Ricky Iglesias and do that to them. They only did it to us. No one's out here trying to push pan-Latinos on them. No one's pushing pan-European on W's. It's only when it comes to Black Americans do you see this type of behavior. And they mad because we calling it out. So yeah, absolutely. Just like our sister said, it's a handler, it's an op, it's a decoy, it's all a test, it's all a dry run to try to replace lineage-based everything with Pan-Africanism because Pan-Africanism benefits white supremacy. Foundational Black American lineage and Renaissance does not. We are the opposite. It's the same way, fam. They have always bowed down. We have always stood up. So therefore, they're getting very desperate and tricky to pull this. And let me tell you how desperate they're getting, y'all. Let me tell y'all. Now you're going to have this movement. I'm going to tell you guys this now because this is all going to unfold. Now what you're starting to see, brothers and sisters, is they're trying to run out these people that are trying to make foundational Black Americans something that we're not. All right. Remember this, y'all. They cannot stop our position, where we are, what we think, our agendas, our outlook, our wherewithal. Everything about us has been airtight, precise, concise, thoroughly. Foundational Black Americans as a lineage is the best thing. Don't let nobody try to ideology it. Okay. That's what the dude was doing a minute ago. Foundational Black Americans as a lineage. This ain't Pan-Africanism. Pan-African is an ideology. Okay. Hebrew Israelite. That's an ideology. You can believe whatever you believe. That does not stop you from being a foundational Black American. You are a foundational Black American by your birthright. It's not an ideology. So when people come around here and they say, do you identify as a foundational Black American? I see you, Six. Shout out to you. You know what I'm talking about. Much respect. When you start talking about an ideology, that's to try to criminalize us. Because next thing you know, when you say you're an ideology, somebody's going to do something that's criminal based on that ideology. And then they can say, see, We told y'all the reason why they don't like foundational Black Americans, because again, we are a lineage. How can you put a criminal jacket on a lineage of 50 million people? Okay, you can't do that. But I'll tell you what you can do. You can put a criminal jacket on a Hebrew Israelite, on a Pan-African. You can do it on anybody who has an ideology forefront. We ain't on that type of time. So they're trying like everything to try to make it look like it's something we think. It's an approach we have. It's our viewpoint. No, there's 50 million of us. We have a lot of different opinions, a lot of different views. We did the roll call earlier. We're all throughout the United States of America. We in here and we rocking. But they're going to come out now, fam, and try to twist it. And the more they do that, the more we keep pushing back. Okay, somebody, matter of fact, Luke, y'all know Two Tooth Luke? I remember telling Luke one time, I was on the space, roasted him, destroyed him, and they cut the space off because they know I was working him and all his minions. They all got that check. I remember Luke said, what is foundational Black American? Is it Pan-Africanism? And he knew what he was doing. Because the moment we start saying, oh, this is our policy, there's no policy for foundational Black American. It's just a lineage. There's no ideology with foundational Black American. It's just a lineage. There's no belief or views or none of that. We are certified here as a lineage that goes back thousands of years, and that's final. You may not like that because you want us to go back to Africa, but we're indigenous. Now, let me tell you the other play that they're trying to do. Now what they're doing, brothers and sisters, they're trying to make it look like we as foundational Black Americans are claiming that we're African. Let me make this clear, okay? You know we hot and on fire right now. And you know we number one, all right? Not 2, 3, 4, 5, not 6, not 7. We number one. Fam, do you know we got so many ops that are mad at foundational Black Americans? They can't even get their lies straight. They can't get their lies in order. They can't come up with nothing new. Their desperation is just popping out. These people right now are hating on us because we are so solid and certified that we got people from everywhere. We got some people who tell us that we are the only Black people on the planet Earth and nobody else could be Black. Okay. Then you got other people who say that we shouldn't use the term Black because we're not technically Black people. And it's a misnomer. I'm just telling y'all what's being told out in the streets. All right. Then you got some people who say that foundational Black Americans are not indigenous. We're really African. Then you got other people who say that foundational Black Americans are not really neither one of them. We just lost immigrants. You got people coming at us from every side and they don't even coincide. The people who hate on us don't even have a clear story. How can this person hate us and say this about us? How can this person hate us and say this about us and it don't even add up? So now you got individuals out there and they're trying to smear foundational Black Americans. Yep, absolutely on fire. They're trying to smear foundational Black Americans and they're saying that we're claiming to be Africans. Fam, the whole foundational Black American lineage-based movement is based on being indigenous. But you got a lot of people coming out there and they saying we're not indigenous. We really African. And then you got other people who are coming out there saying that we're claiming to be something that we're not. Y'all look at this right here. Tell me, can y'all follow this right here? This lady says Black American. Look at this. So the FBA is really Pan-African? Family, I got y'all in the chat right now. Before I play this person, y'all foundational Black Americans, are any of y'all Pan-Africans? Have any of y'all stood on the Pan-Africanism? Isn't the whole foundational Black American lineage-based movement the opposite of being Pan-African? Where the hell has this lady been? Now they're trying to force African on us by saying that we're claiming it and we haven't been. Watch this.
So imagine you chilling on Facebook, watching videos like you always do. And all of a sudden you see this video with this guy and he's talking about FBAs. And how you FBAs are supposed to be Pan-Africans?
What?
Is this true? Is this the reason why y'all be pushing that narrative so hard?
When? Family, we deep in here. We got 2.3 thousand people. Brothers and sisters, please help me out. When the F have we ever said we Pan-Africans? They just making ish up at this damn point. At this point, they just pulling you know what out the sky. When in the beep have we ever said we Pan-African? One person's mad because we're delineating away from Africans, and this lost ass person is saying that we are claiming to be African. The haters ain't even got their stories together. Everybody hating on FBA, and they have literally hated themselves retarded. What?
Somebody, anybody, let me know what the fuck is going on. Because I knew it was...
No, let me know what the hell you talking about. And what the hell was this little look she just did? Why is she acting like she's all deep, y'all?
Narrative so hard.
Look at her. Look at her. What? What is she doing?
Somebody, anybody, let me know what the fuck is going on. Because I knew it was something weird about how that FBA just popped up out of nowhere.
What?
Just out of thin air, the FBA, Foundation of Black Americans, out of nowhere. Because I made...
That's another one. What you mean FBA popped up out of nowhere? Fam, how long has Foundation of Black Americans been getting traction? We've been outside more than anybody. We've been to reparations task force, had 2 reparations rallies by ourselves. What you mean we done popped up out of nowhere? What the hell on earth is this woman talking about? I have no clue what she's saying, fam. I'm literally lost. She dropped me off down the street from Food Lion, across the street from Walmart Grocers. I done seen the damn Winn-Dixie's, Publix, the Pit Stop, the QT. I am lost, and I was just trying to get back home. What the hell is she talking about? So we Africans now? Is that what she's saying?
Made a video of like a month back or so talking about this because somebody kept saying that shit in my comments, and I had to let them know I don't know what the FBA is, and I ain't no parts of what the FBA is. I'm a copper-colored American. I don't know nothing about no FBA.
Oh my goodness.
And here it is. Y'all are Pan-Africans working for the white man.
Oh God.
Helping them push that false fake narrative.
Now, okay. Now foundational Black Americans are Africans who are working with the white man to push Pan-Africanism on ourselves? She done lost me.
Well, guess what? Everybody about to know now. So y'all won't be able to hide behind that name no longer. So somebody let me know, because then we really gonna start putting y'all out, exposing y'all. Let me find out that is true. So the FBA is Pan-Africans. That's what we talking. All right.
All this goofy FBA getting out of hand, right? I want y'all to know that that is rebranded Pan-Africanism, all right? A lot of the same talking points and a little different ones, right? They try to add in some quote unquote Black indigenous Americans that were here before colonization, so-called, but then they still go and say that even those so-called Black indigenous Americans first came from Africa.
Fam, these people have lost their mind. This man, the last lady, I don't know what they talking about. This man saying FBA and Soulaan is rebranded Pan-Africans. So now the Pan-Africans are mad at us because we delineate too much. And now these people are saying we're too Pan-African.
They use the out of Africa theory. That's eugenics. That's Darwinism, right? That's the same as the evolution theory, right? And we've been spending years getting our people out of that mindset. So I need y'all to know that when we have goofies like Tariq Nasheed come into our community, know that that's a distraction, and cuz is an agent sent to do.
Oh, there we go. Here we go now. So now we a bunch of Pan-African agents who are delineating from Pan-Africanism. Boy, we some terrible Pan-Africans, ain't we? We so Pan-African that we are cutting off Pan-Africanism. You don't even make no damn sense, homeboy. Just like that mop you got that you call a hairstyle, which is pissing me off. Your hairdo's pissing me off, homie. Okay? Man, you got Tariq Nasheed as an agent, and y'all talking about out of Africa and who the indigenous people are, and we gonna find out now. You ain't gonna do nothing. You gonna sit on your damn TikTok and you gonna make videos about us, and you ain't gonna move the needle 1 damn centimeter. That's what you gonna do.
Do what he's purposefully purposefully
He can't
doing,
even get that out.
right? And
Look at that. He can't even get it out. The purple city bird gang. This man think he Jim Jones.
sent to do what he's purposefully doing, right? And at the end of the day, for a lot of them, it's the money grab. For us, who's been doing this work for years, it's about truth. It's about our family. It's about repatriating those lost clans and lost families. And
please, what work you been doing? I don't know who you are. What work you done did? Who knows you in the black community? Nobody knows you. Okay, this man talking about doing work and he got a TikTok account. My niece got a damn TikTok account. You ain't did no damn work. You need to have your hairstylist do some better work on them damn twists that you got, because I wouldn't be seeing all them fuzzies on top of your damn head. But that's another one. Boy, they done had some messed up noggins today. This man takes the top. This is what I'm saying. You ain't did nothing. Don't nobody know you. You ain't put in no work. This man talking about Tariq Nasheed like he done matched Tariq's resume. You ain't did a damn thing. You couldn't walk down the block. People wouldn't pick you out of a lineup. And you out here thinking your TikTok account matters. Those are us who been out here doing the work. You ain't been doing the work. You've been doing the dirt. That's what the hell you been doing. Stop playing. You ain't got no movement. Don't nobody rock with you. Ain't no females checking for you. You might as well continue to stay on TikTok. And the only traction you getting is a video when you talk about FBA. Because let me tell everybody the secret. They got to put FBA in their headlines to even get any attention. So who really is winning here? Because we don't know you, partner. You damn sure ain't rocking with no foundational black American.
Lost peoples, getting our land back, right? All this heirs property that we have in our families, right? We supposed to be uniting, right? And the first way to do that is through the mind, right? Once you know who you are, once you know what to do, then all you got to do is go out there and do it.
Here's the thing. We don't know who you are. The first thing you got to do is know who you are. Yep. And then you might want to have some other people who know who you are, because we don't know who you are. Who the hell are you, partner? So, fam, let's get this straight. Okay, let's bring it on back. Man, it's getting crazy out here in the streets. Boy, I love it. Boy, we signed up for the game, didn't we, fam? This is life in the big city, y'all. Life in the big city. Foundational black Americans. Man, you got to love it, fam. If the lights, camera, in action, the bright lights, big city, and the cameras flashing don't move you, man, you ain't built for this. I love it. Look at this, fam. Now, we have Pan-Africans who are mad at us because we are delineating from Africa and saying we ain't African. And then now you got these people who are indigenous claiming to be, and they're mad because they're saying we are African. So how can the Pan-African say we're not really ourselves because we're him? And then the indigenous people are saying we're not really ourselves because we're them. Which one is it, y'all? Which one is it? They don't even make no damn sense. These people at the point, fam, they boiled into a hatred for FBA to the point where they can't even think straight. They can't think straight. They ain't got no ideas. They don't know what's popping in the streets. They're just lost individuals, fam. I never thought I'd see it. Yeah, dude's a Caribbean. Absolutely. And I think the other girl was a Caribbean too. Absolutely. And I also think the other girl was probably on some Jack Daniels. Fam, these people be getting real. They be drunk as a skunk. On there, I will make a TikTok video about Tariq Nasheed. They be done having like 11 videos about Tariq. They be drunk as hell. Get these people off of damn TikTok. Okay, get them off of TikTok. They don't know what they talking about. Ain't nobody checking for them. Nobody gives a damn. It's a wrap. But that goes back to our original point, fam. They really, genuinely, sincerely are out here not even adding up. Now they've tried to get to that we're Pan-Africans, okay? And we've been out here checking all the damn Pan-Africans. So, I mean, it can't be that, right? It just can't be. And now they're witnessing nothing they're doing is really getting any traction. And the fact that you're not getting any traction, that's a terrible damn thing, right? You saw Curry. You say you saw Curry between his teeth. Somebody get that dude a toothpick. But this is what we're talking about. So the Pan-African is mad at us because we ain't African. And then these little clowns, they're mad at us saying we're too African. Nobody knows what it is. They just know they hate on us. That's it, fam. They ain't even got a functionable hatred. Their hatred is so lost, misguided, and undecided. All they know is that they're losers. No one knows who they are. And they don't like FBA because FBA gets the headlines. Let me tell you what foundational Black Americans are. I'm talking about every last one of y'all, all 2.3 thousand of y'all. Fam, let me tell you who you are. You are the standard. You are the main character. Matter of fact, fam, you are the reason why everybody wakes up in the morning. How do you know? Because they spend their whole damn day hating on us. If somebody spends their whole day from dusk till dawn hating on foundational Black Americans, doesn't that mean that's the reason why they woke up? You only wake up to do what you were born to do. And you were born to be a hater, and we're born to be winners. And haters always hate on winners. And they make TikTok videos, drunk as the skunk, hair twisted and falling out, and we laugh at them in front of thousands of people. I believe we get the best out of that situation. I think so, fam. And they know so. And everybody does. And this is why we're not pivoting off of it. And these people are coming out the fray. This has been a epic broadcast, fam, and we still cooking. I'm about to show y'all something. If you think that's bad, wait till I'm show you about what I'm about to show you. It'll get even worse. But fam, this lets you know that foundational Black Americans, we are in control like never before. No one's ever seen this type of movement, y'all. This movement is moving so fierce. It's so beyond what anybody thought, because let me tell you, they didn't expect this to happen. They didn't want it to happen. The reason why we're having such I don't want to call it resistance. It's just hating ass people. But the reason why these haters is hating is because they understand what we're doing right now. Man, this is just beyond what they thought could possibly happen. That's really what it is. It's beyond belief at this point. But you better get used to it and you better enjoy it. Now, speaking of all of that, fam, there's a lot of stuff going on. Shout out to the team. Shout out to everybody. There's a lot of stuff going on. Let me put this on the table, fam, because y'all know our brothers and sisters over there TikTok. Should Black Alpha go on over to TikTok, y'all? Should I go on over there? I think I'm going to have to pull up, fam. I think I'm going to have to pull up because, the regulators is ready to go. Regulators is ready to go. My brother Tariq, he does his thing, and he be Xing them haters out, fam. But I think there needs to be some of that Black Alpha #1 activist regulating energy. I think I'm going to have to go on over there and post a bunch of lives and start, chopping them folks up. I think so. My sister Natural, if you in here, I think I'm going to have my sister Natural, and we're going to have to go ahead and go on over there to TikTok. Y'all think I should go on over there, fam? Is that a good idea? You know what I'm saying? Should Black Alpha go over there live and broadcast and start bringing them that smoke? Because they know my smoke hit different. You know what I'm saying? I love being a sarcastic stuff, but y'all know there's going to be a point where I'm going to start just wrecking them. How many of y'all heard the space the other day when the dude calls in and he starts talking about being conned by the N-words? And I was like, no, you was conned because your mom was smashing the landlord and his thing was 13 inches instead of 12. And then your dad jumped off a roof because the extends wasn't extended. Should I bring some of that energy? Okay. Yes. I think it's clear, fam. I think we're going to have to go on over there. I'm going to post it up in the link because I already put it this way, fam. I already have a TikTok account and I just started it, fam. It's got 1,000 followers and I ain't even did nothing to it. So I think people are out there. And I've been having a lot of people been telling me, and they're like, Black Alpha, you got to go over there. You got to go over there, man. So let me tell you one thing, fam. They don't want none of this. They don't want none. So it's official like a referee with a whistle. We going to bring it over there, fam. And I want the whole fam. And I'm going to post it, fam, when we go live, y'all. And I'm going to have everybody in there. Shout out to my brother, Black Truth, man. Appreciate you, brother. Everybody make sure y'all follow me right now on TikTok. If you can. If you got a TikTok, let me post it, y'all. My brother got it in here right now. Y'all make sure y'all follow it, fam. And we're going to cook and we're going to bring it because this is what's happening right now. It's really the takeover. It's the FBA takeover. When my brother Tariq went over there and he started lighting them up, all the social media is about Tariq Nasheed and FBA. They make it video after video after video. And I'm sitting there like, oh, yeah, it's about that time. But we're going to wreck them both. We're going to still be wrecking them on Twitter. We're going to wreck them over on TikTok. And we're going to wreck them everywhere we go because y'all know we be giving it to them there. Fam, this is generational. This is multi-platforms, and we're gonna bring that smoke. So yeah. It's official, fam. The family has spoken. We're gonna have to go over there and regulate and bring it full time. And they don't want none. But fam, let me tell you how bad it is, y'all. Let me tell y'all how bad it is. Do y'all know they putting out ads because they want a Black American mama? I'm not lying. What I mean by that. There's people out there right now that said they're lost in life and they need a mom, and they're putting out ads to find a Black American mom. Anything to get into the lineage, y'all. Anything for people to be us. You got people cosplaying us with hairlines going back to their ankles. You got people running around here saying they second generation. They got 4 grandparents. Now, y'all, you got people going out there and they're putting out ads and videos saying, are there any Black American women out there that want to be my mom? Because I can be a good daughter for you. Just accept it. Fam, they see that reparations inheritance getting a little close. So now they want our reparations money, right? And they're trying to get adopted. Fam, you have an adopt a tether program. The tether said, you know what? We can't beat these FBAs. Nope. We out here getting drunk on TikTok. Our braids look about 3 years old. Our foreheads is this damn wide. We can't win. They're too articulate. They're too clever. Black Alpha is just too certified. Tariq Nasheed is too certified. The whole family's just on one. Can they just adopt us now? We can't get on their reparations panels. We can't get on their task force. Let's just say, please adopt me, FBA, and maybe one way I can get some money. Fam, y'all don't believe me? Look at this. This woman comes out and she says that she is looking for a Black American mommy. And y'all know why, so she can get some of that Black American money. Look at it. This is what I mean. I'm not making this up. Seeking a 50-plus Black mom to adopt. I'm not lying. I told y'all it's getting crazy in the United States of America, and it's getting crazy in the United States of America, y'all. Watch this right here.
Okay, this might be a crazy request, but I hope this reaches the right people. Consider this like a newspaper ad, like seeking, but I'm not single. I'm not looking for a relationship. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm actually seeking a Black mom. I am looking to adopt a Black mom. And here's what I can offer you. Let me tell you what I can offer you before I ask what I'm looking for. What I can offer is a listening ear. I would love a reciprocal relationship where, you know, you can tell me about your day and things going on in your life and any wisdom you would like to impart. And it'd be great if you lived in San Diego, because then I can take you out on little coffee dates and salad dates, and I can treat you.
I can take you out. What are you looking for? A dog? This woman needs a emotional pet. What is she, fam? I'm done.
I'm not looking to be like a sugar baby of any sort, a sugar child of any sort. I'd love to offer you, you know, treats. And just
treats? I told you she's looking for a damn pet. Fam, these people have lost their God-forsaken mind. She just said, I'm going to take you out and give you some damn treats. Man, I'm done. I'm done again.
Yeah. Be younger, moral support, daughterly support. It'd be great if you're someone who maybe like all your kids are super grown and you're looking for another young woman to fill that kind of daughter hole in your heart, or maybe you've never had kids and you've always wanted a daughter, and maybe if you had kids and you thought you would, your daughter would be my age right now. I'm 30, by the way. Preferably you didn't have a falling out with your children. I guess the thing that I'm looking for is somebody who is progressive. I am queer, so someone who accepts that.
Oh, fam, you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming, y'all. Boy, every time they got a degenerate, democratic, liberal policy, they start searching for the nearest Black person to drop us off with. Fam, think about this. Out of all of these things, are you surprised when they want votes with this behavior, they come to Black folks? When they want a march with this behavior, they come to Black folks. When they want a rally with this behavior, they come to Black folks. And now, when they want a mom, they come to Black folks. It's always coming to FBA to be the dump truck for all of your damn trauma. We ain't helping nobody.
I am queer, so someone who accepts that. Also, if we align politically, that would be the best, because I have a lot of venting to do about the current political situation, and I'd love to have a mother to do that with. Black Republican moms need not apply to this ad. No shade, just I would like somebody who I'm as compatible with as possible in this.
There you go, a liberal. Just like Monaleo came in through the Black door and is talking about liberal policies. Just like Conscious Flea tries to come in through the Black door and he's talking about liberal policies. It's the same way. This is a liberal trying to dump all that liberal onto Black folks.
There we go. And yeah, I'm just looking for somebody who also could be there to like listen and in a motherly capacity, or even just like a mentor if that.
Good point in the chat. Where your mama at? Good point. Where your mom? She ain't said nothing about her mama. Wait, did your mom get deported? Fam, hold up, wait, freeze, rewind. I think this woman's mom got deported. This is a mama got deported, so you trying to get adopted. This is deportation for adoption. This is the adoption deportation program. Your mama got deported. That's why you're a liberal. That's why you don't want to talk about Republicans. So, family, let's make this straight. When they get deported, they want Black Americans to march with them, to rally with them, to protest with them. And when their mamas get deported, they want Black Americans to raise them. This is a 30-year-old woman talking about she need a mama. Her mom got deported. Mrs. Fernandez, Sanchez, Benavides, Pedro has been deported back to Tijuana with some tacos and belgrandes and fajitas and tortillas. And now you want to come to Black people to help with what your people have not done for you. Hell no.
That's, something you're willing to offer. I also consider myself a progressive Christian, so somebody who is still in their faith, but their faith is reformed and accepting. I just think that Black women are some of the most special beings in the world, and I'm really sad that I never had the opportunity of having a Black mother, and I've seen Black mothers, and I think they're incredible, and I really want one.
No. You was out there saying the N-word. That's what it was. You was out there saying, me no Black, N-word, they so ghetto, work harder, and now you done seen them damn deportations, done deported your whole family. Ain't you got an aunt? Can an aunt? Damn your mama. Damn Miss Fernandez, Benitez, Selena. Damn her. She go back to Mexico. How come you ain't got no aunties? And it's also, them damn foundational Black American women is about to get them foundational Black American reparations. That's what this is about. You looking at that damn bag. And by the way, is she looking at a script too? I don't know. Just saying. Everybody seems to be looking down. Every time someone's talking about FBA, they be like, FBA, look down. You are xenophobic, look down. You hate group, look down. Can you help me? Look down. Deportation, look down. ICE, look down. Tom Homan, look down. Donald Trump, look down. JD Vance, look down. How about you look at the damn camera and tell us what it really is, Miss Benitez? You want a foundational Black American mama because this mama can't get deported. That's what it is. And if you can get a little reparations money in the meantime, in between time, you'll feel like you're safe. Fam, the Democrats have gotten so low now since we don't vote for them. Now they want us to adopt them.
I really want one. And I've been praying for one. So I think I'm not asking for too much. I've told you what I can offer you, and there's obviously way more to that. I'm just kind of getting jumbled making a video about it. And if you feel like you could step up to the plate as my mother with melanin, that would be fantastic.
No, boy, I done seen it all. I'm done, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I don't even know what to do anymore in America. Like, America at this point, fam, is like a Netflix movie. I don't know what's happening. But I'll tell you what, I know that woman's full of you-know-what. That woman is front all damn day long, straight up and down. So, fam, the Democrats, put it back, rewind. We have broke the Democrats so bad now, they not even asking us to vote. They asking us to adopt them. They didn't abandon the vote. They said Black folks ain't gonna vote for us. Nah, that vote blue no matter who, that ain't gonna work. No voting, no bucking, that ain't gonna work. Let's just see if they can adopt us. That's how we can do. If we can get adopted by a Black person, then maybe we can get them on the plantation, but that's about it. We got the Democrats so down bad, they want to get adopted. And fam, that woman, she's actually out there on social media, and she got whole little ads and everything, fam, asking people to adopt her. Look at this. I'm going to show y'all. Look, she's really out there. Yeah, it's the Tubi movie. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Look at this. She out there. There she goes, y'all. Currently in search of a Black mom. Could you be her? Taking applications until 10/22. Oh, so tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's the last day, y'all. Here we go. She is out there searching until tomorrow afternoon. She says she wants to replace Selena with Shaquita. She says she wants a Shaquita because Selena done got deported. That's what it is. I be damned. These people is out here begging Black Americans for any type of help and assistance, anything that can stop the deportation process in any way that they can try to get in on who we are, but you just can't. It's not happening, okay? It's just not. What you need to do, you need to go ahead and go rent Wait Until Exhale. You need to go rent Waiting to Exhale, okay, and watch that movie and then pray that you could perhaps have a foundational Black American around you. But it's just not going to happen, okay? I'll tell everybody, you either wake up a foundational Black American or you don't. You didn't. You won't have a Black mom, and you need to call your mama back down there in Tijuana. You're going to be good. You better call Pedro because your ass got to go home. Look at this, fam. This is what I mean. These people are out here coming up with everything. So that lady's cuckoo, loony, okay? A lot of crazy folks tonight, fam. Y'all notice that? It's been a lot of weirdos in these last few videos, fam. It's getting weirder and weirder, all right? That lady loony as hell. The other lady is Cat, S-H-I-T crazy. The other person was drunk as hell. The other person was high, snorting that stuff. There's a lot of cuckoo people out there, fam. But watch this. This one right here is just as bizarre. Watch this lady. She has an issue with foundational Black Americans as well that she wants to bring to your attention because she doesn't feel that foundational Black Americans represent her. However, her happens to be a non-foundational Black American. Watch this.
The words Soulann and Soulani, I don't like the ideology, and I don't think we need to start making stuff up. We have a canon of Black history and cultural expression that we can derive from to name ourselves what feels most fitting and affirming. First of all, the term Soulann was made up on social media. I think namely TikTok. Not to discredit the impact of social media, because the freaking Arab Spring, abolitionist uprisings before 2020 and 2020, the Occupy movement, several movements have been organized on social media since its advent because this is an easy way to communicate with each other. However, we cannot make up things without doing research, without challenging our hypothesis, without just doing a bit of Sankofa. What are the time dimensions on who gets to be an African American? Malcolm X had a Caribbean parent. Maya Angelou's grandfather was from Trinidad. Sojourner Truth was enslaved in New York when it was owned by the Dutch. What are the temporal dimensions of the African American?
It's what we say it is. That's what it is. Here go your F. Listen, fam. Listen, when I get to TikTok, I'm going to let it be known, fam. Here's what it is. It's what the hell we said. You want an answer on what a foundational Black American is? It's what the hell foundational Black Americans say it is. Because what happens is they ask us, what makes you a foundational? And then when we tell them, they move the goalpost. You ain't moving the definition of what I gave you. I am the authority of knowledge. I am the Black American. What I tell you goes, and you have one choice, and that's to sit down and shut up. That's what it is. You ain't going to be sitting here asking me a question about me. And then when I give you the answer about me, you say it ain't good enough. Who give a damn what you think, fam? Who gives a damn what a tether thinks? It's what we say it is. That's what it is. So when I tell you that being a foundational Black American is A, you be quiet and then you move around. That's the bottom line.
American identity if we are attempting to exclude Caribbean people and African people because of their recent immigration to the United States. That is just completely ridiculous and totally reliant on this place being a settler colonial state. And I feel that the term foundational Black American and Soulani is an application to be a settler, and I won't take it. Prior to colonization,
prior to you sticking your finger in the damn light socket, your hair might have been laid down a little better than that. Fam, what light socket did she stick her finger in? If there was a power outage, it's probably because of this woman, fam. That hair is fried, dyed, and it ain't laid to the side. What the hell is she talking about? And notice she keeps saying we. But after she says all that we right there, right, kind of making you think she's one of us, watch what this woman tells you she is, y'all.
Black folks voluntarily migrated all the time. All the time. There's so many ethnic groups in one country in Africa because folks migrate all the time and chart themselves anew all the time. We should be naming ourselves whatever feels affirming, but we should not be excluding people just because they just got here.
We. Okay. Why do you keep saying we?
That's xenophobia, babes.
I'm so Black. I got the Soulanis, the FBAs, the xenophobic African Americans telling me I'm not African American because I'm also Panamanian.
There you go, fam. This woman is Panamanian, and she talking about we. Your we has been canceled.
Ancestry DNA just dropped ethnicities. And all I gotta say is, Orukumini Ifala de Oshinawa, Moalati Ibadan. Okay? Panamanian who?
So Panama and Costa Rica are actually Caribbean countries. No. On our Atlantic coast, there is intense Caribbean culture. No. And especially in Panama, there is a large population of people, no, from the Caribbean who came to work on the railroad and the canal. No. So there you have it. Panama and Costa Rica are uniquely Caribbean countries. And so is Belize. And so is Guyana. Okay? Just because we're a part. Thank you! Just because we're.
And so is your mama. So is your daddy. And so is your lineage. And none of that are us. Fam, did she just sit there for 5 minutes and say we all damn day long like she's a Black American, and then just say she's a Panamanian like we wouldn't catch it? Like that didn't disqualify her? You're disqualified. There ain't no such thing as half foundational Black American, okay? Shout out to Mobb Deep, rest in peace, Prodigy. They said it best, fam. There ain't no such thing as halfway crooks, okay? And it's the same damn thing. There ain't no such thing as halfway FBA. There ain't no such thing as halfway foundational Black American. There ain't none. You are Panamanian, so you need to worry about Panamanian issues. Fam, why we got to keep babysitting these people? We got to keep telling these damn people, you ain't us. Why are you so obsessed with being somebody else? Be you, be a loser, be from a broke homeland, and just enjoy it. It's not my fault. I didn't break your homeland. You did. That's your problem. So since it's your problem, just enjoy it and get the hell away from us. That's what it is. Fam, the energy has shifted. The energy has changed. Foundational Black Americans ain't playing with these people. And we're getting very, very brief with it. We say, yeah, loser, get the hell out my way. Yeah, fix your homeland. Yeah, your hairline's effed up. Goodbye. I don't talk to messed up hairlines, and I damn sure don't talk to people who come from broken, backdoor, bootleg, bootlicking, bottom-feeding homelands. That type of, I don't know how to talk your language. Fam, one thing about an American, we don't talk broken homeland language. See, they talk in a different language. Everybody want to talk about the diaspora and all these things. I don't talk broken homeland. So there is a culture difference between us. I don't talk fleeing. You know what I'm saying? The fleer language, I wouldn't understand that. I wouldn't know it. Talking fleer language to a Black American is like talking calculus to a first grader. I don't get it. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Your numbers, your dates, your beliefs, your approaches, it ain't nothing I really relate to. I don't know what it's like to run. You know what I'm saying? We have a lineage of people who don't run. So how can I talk really to somebody who does run? You feel me? That's just not what it is. So now, of course, as it all unfolds, these people are sitting back and they're watching foundational Black Americans, and they're so desperate to tie themselves in. And now they're realizing that their third, fourth, and fifth plans ain't working, y'all. It's one thing for the first plan. It's one thing for the second plan. Man, they are down to the fifth, sixth, seventh ones, and they ain't working. And they're sending out a lot of strange ass people, fam. I'm telling you, they get weirder and weirder. How about this individual right here? And by the way, fam, what is up with the damn hats, the bonnets, the carpets, the rugs? I haven't seen somebody with a damn napkin on their head. Why are they always trying to hide their damn head? Fam, you're going to see two things. You're going to see somebody who is desperate as hell, using Pan-African tether talking points, and they always got their damn heads covered up. Look, here you go. Another one from the covered up head team. Look at this one. She goes on a whole spew about Black Americans again, and she does it as well as hiding her damn forehead.
Let me just talk to y'all when I say this. FDA is not real. Where is the FDA merch? Where?
Ma'am, did she just say FDA? She can't even say FBA. This woman can't spell a letter. If you ask this woman to spell the letter J, she would write down the letter O. She does not even know how to spell a letter. She can't even say FBA. She said FDA, said it twice. Do you see how low budget, how backdoor, and how dumb these tethers are, family? They can't even speak. The FDA, what in the FDA is FBA, not D. Okay, I know you were on that short bus.
To y'all when I say this. FDA is not real. Where is the FDA merch? Where is the FDA protest? What the fuck is a Black American? People are so focused on taking away or giving pride to Black American history. Do you guys know that the people who performed in Black American history are African Americans? You don't have to be Black if you don't want to be. That's not my beef with y'all. But if you're trying to say you're not African American and claiming Black American, that's delusional. You're sick. You have an identity crisis. I think people are like finding themselves in their history and they're putting too much ego and pride in.
Boy, that woman's a damn tether. Boy, she trying to hide that tether. Fam, she got on a hat and a bad wig. She said, I'm going to put this wig on. I'm going to throw a hat on top of it. Homegirl, you a tether. And I'm not even going to go all the way there because your tetherism is so crystal clear. Everybody can see it. You a damn tether, homegirl. And you look drunk. This is another. Fam, they hitting the damn bottle. Do we got these people drinking? Have we started a whole generation of alcoholic tethers? Are they all hitting the sauce? Because I'm promising y'all, this is about the fifth tether I done seen who has been drunk, y'all. They drunk over there on TikTok. TikTok, you got a bunch of drunk tethers. At least on Twitter, they come on there halfway sober. These people are drunk. She talking about an identity crisis. You got an identity crisis. You want to know whether it's going to be Jack Daniels or Jim Beam, but you over there getting roasted. You drunk as hell. Your wig on the right side is going down further than the wig on your left side. Your hat looks like you just found it in a closet underneath about 15 damn boxes. You thought FBA was FDA, and I'm only 38 seconds in. You are the worst tether I have ever come across in my life. I'm going over to TikTok. What's her name? I'm going to personally send her a message and let her know she got to get her tether together and do her tether better.
In front of it. What the fuck are we talking about? If there was a race war today, you think it'll be YT versus BOK? Think it'll be YT versus BOK versus Africans versus Caribbeans versus Creoles versus... What are y'all talking about right now? We were all on boats. The FDAs want to talk about what immigrants can't do.
She said it again. She said FDA again. Fam, is it a tether accent that's making it sound like a D? Or is it that tether gap? Okay, I don't know what it is, fam, but she cannot pronounce her B. Look, the damn thing right here saying FDA. Even the caption is picking up the D. You know it's bad when the damn caption is sitting there saying, will this BITCH get it together? The damn caption is over there saying this B can't talk. What the beep is this B even saying? The caption is tired of you. You making the caption work overtime because the caption can't decipher between your D's and your B's. The same way I can't decipher between your hairline and your forehead. The same way I can't decipher between your left tooth and your right tooth because it's about a football field away. You got a lot of things that can't be deciphered. You pissing the caption off. It's FBA, not FDA. Okay, put the bottle down. Take the hat off. It might be too tight. That wig might be extra glued on. I don't know. But let me tell you, we don't talk that defeated tether talk. We speak properly, and you speak broken tether vernacular. That don't fly over here in America.
We were all on boats. The FDAs want to talk about what immigrants can't do in America. Guess what? We were brought here. This is not our motherland.
You can't talk in America. You can't talk no goddamn where. And since we talking about what you can't do, shout out to the chat. You say the caption's ready to quit. The caption is about to put in his retirement papers. The caption said, if you're going to be sending me people this damn slow, I'm done. The caption want the day off. You know it's a bad day.
Why the fuck are we arguing about a piece of land that we were tortured on? Why the fuck are we arguing about a piece of land that we were forced to be on? We're just trying to get a piece of the pie. Hold on. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Only posted that video about 12 minutes ago. It says, and I will read, and I'm going to break it down. What has...
You know you can't read. Stop playing. I'm going to read it. It said, what the Africa was did FDACY ever 5. She done put some 5s in there. She done put a bunch of 9s and 10s. Get it right, homegirl.
Africa did, you mean done, for FBAs, besides sell our ancestors. Also, we don't look alike, all skinfolk and kinfolk. Y'all are crazy. If I was to put on African throws right now, a white people wouldn't be able to tell me I'm not African.
You know why? Let me tell y'all this, fam. Let me tell y'all this right now. Let me holler at you real quick. Do you know why when they always say, if I were to do this, the white man wouldn't be able to tell the difference between me and you? You know why? It's because the white man knows you're an African. That's why. All this stuff where what she just said, if I put this on, they wouldn't know if I was African because you are an African. That's why. All the people who run around and they say things of the sort of the white man couldn't tell if you're an African or not. No. He could tell because he knows you're an African. That's really what it is. You look so much like an African. It's a clear distinction between everybody else. The people always talking about they can't be deciphered be the most African looking people. Stop playing with us out here in these damn certified streets. You are exactly what we know you are. You are a tether. You are nothing more than a tether. Tethers needs to get it together, and tethers of a feather will flock together. But let me tell you what they will never do. They'll never build. They'll never come up with something on their own. They'll never be able to stand in foundational Black American circles and spaces. It's just not what they are built for. Bam, they're not built for this the same way their homelands are not built. So you're just dealing with a bunch of people who just don't know anything about building. And it is what it is. You can get mad at foundational Black Americans all you like to, or you want to, or you hope to. It does not change the fact that we see through everything you're talking about, and everybody does. I don't know why Africans be over there thinking like they hiding. They be over there thinking, I'm hiding. No one would tell. No, we can all tell. We can all tell because there's telltale signs that you ain't like us. So the fact that you ain't like us, there we go. Here we go. Yep. The fact that you ain't like us, we all know that you ain't like us. It's easy, smooth selling. And that smooth selling gets better every single moment. But fam, let me tell y'all this right here, since we out here, we bubbling. This is what I'm talking about when I say that we be out here roasting these people and they don't want no problems with foundational Black Americans. This is what I mean, y'all. They are so broke. They are so down bad. They so messed up that they run whenever we show up on that certified time. See, that certified time got these people jumping over fences, man. They want to get away from us because y'all know what it is and they know what it is. Everybody know we run this thing. Everybody know, fam. All they do is they run to America, and now they running back to America. I'm telling y'all, man, we got reverse migration popping because these people got to go home. These people got to go home. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't give a damn where you from. You can say whatever you want to say. You see foundational Black Americans, you got to go in the other direction because we out here and we putting in work, y'all. That's just what it is. So the certified energy is very, very potent. It's very, very powerful. It's strong. The empowerment movement is going. We got a bunch of different movements all in one era, but it's all under the umbrella of the lineage. And that's why we're operating so strong. We got all the riders and everybody's out there. This is what it is. Trust me, y'all. We are victorious already. It's always been that way. We walk around with that energy just booming off us because that's how we really get down. Let me show y'all this. This is what I tell y'all when the tethers come into space. Did y'all see this? Let me play this for y'all. We had a tether pull up into space, y'all. And they start trying to talk about Nigeria. And man, we wasn't having it. Watch how we ran this tether out the way, and we're going to continue to do it. All the tethers out there listening, you're going to have to deal with this regulating G-checking every single time you see us, or shall I say every time we see your ass. Y'all watch this. This is what I'm talking about.
Dude that was never sympathetic towards our people. The dude that didn't nobody in H-Town hear or know about.
Shout out to my brother Rose City.
Man, Dr. No said something about it. I know church there, and if church ain't heard about it, there's some real shit ain't popping. You dig what I'm saying? So he ain't really peeped the room like he did. And the sister, she hit it right on the head. And I was hitting Alpha and church up in the back channel. Just everything y'all said, I was hitting them with right before y'all was saying it. So it tells you how much we on a link together. It tells you how much we know each other. You know what I'm saying? Even though we might not even know each other. You dig what I'm saying? Since we've been doing the delineation, and I know y'all feeling this because I feel it. We've been doing this delineation, man. My spirit been different, my energy been different, everything else been different. We've been rocking out together. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't gotta say, Alpha already said it. You know what I'm saying? Alpha ain't gotta say because I already said it. EJ ain't gotta crack a joke because it's already in my head, and I know he's finna say it. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like we already on this page, man. Since we told them foreigners and all these tellers and all these get out our hands, get out our way, don't come around here, man. We've been on a whole new level, dog. And it just feels like a weight lifted off us. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm proud of this. I'm proud of this movement. I want to keep it going. I'm gonna keep it pushing. I tell everybody that I know, hey man, I ain't no African American. You dig? My mom and my dad ain't never told me that. My grandma told me, I ain't from Africa. I don't know nobody from Africa. My daddy told me that. My daddy's daddy told him that. And he was born in 1893. So that tell me my family go back far, you dig? So I don't have to sit here and say this to y'all, because y'all already know this. You know what I'm saying? Certain things you say when you come into a room, dude, first thing you say, your mama, if you from our lineage, your mama and daddy told you this when you walk into a room. First you greet somebody, then you sit down and shut the fuck up. Woo! Excuse my French, but you come into a room, you don't say nothing. You sit there, you listen, and you learn. You don't know nothing, you shut your mouth up and learn something. Buddy didn't understand that part. Now, I guess he thought he was coming in here trying to, you know, hey, man, I'm going to get y'all to sway a little bit with me and feel a little sympathetic about this. Dude, when you said Luke, you messed your whole life up. You messed your whole life up. You dig what I'm saying? Don't bring Luke up around us. Don't bring up, and I got a feeling, I got a funny feeling that your ass listen to Roland Martin. You dig what I'm saying? I got a real funny feeling to Roland Martin. You dig what I'm saying? You from Houston? You stupid now, the OGs from Houston don't listen to that much, but I guarantee you listen to them, because you just sat there and said you 53 years old, but you don't know shit about what's going on in the grassroots. Bro, you listen to Roland Martin.
Damn, shout out to my brother right there, fam. That's my man's Rose City. What happened right there? Taylor tried to come into a place and my brother let it be known. And my brother made it clear. He said, listen, we know as foundational Black Americans, the energy, the vibration, the frequency. I'm always talking about it, right? We know it without saying it. This is why they don't like us, fam. We have an unspoken energy amongst ourselves. Well, we see each other, head nod, and we already know what time it is. And it's an unwritten thing that if it go down, I got your back, you got mine. See, our unity and our solidarity amongst ourselves is what scares these people. Us being on the same page, on the same accord, is what scares these people. They don't like the fact that our family tree is not just that. Our family tree is throughout the whole country. You can't find a spot, a place where foundational Black Americans do not walk, and we walk in excellence. And all of that makes people upset. Our greatness is what's got these people crashing out. Before you said a word, before you did anything, just the way we communicate with one another has these people scared. Shout out to my brother, because my brother made a good point. Ever since this delineation, renaissance, reparations, certified Black American lineage movement has taken off, and it has taken off. It ain't just here. It's way up and beyond everybody. There's a vibe and an energy that you feel amongst Black Americans. You feel it, y'all. And I've been saying it for a long time. And you know the crazy thing is, I've been saying this for about 5 years, and every year it's increased, meaning we give less of an F about what they're talking about. We give less of an F about them babbling, about them ranting. We don't give a damn about no troll. You can get all the goddamn money that you get from the Democrats. It don't mean nothing to FBA. You can go get all the whack-ass rappers and make all the whack-ass songs and try to push Pan-Africanism on us. We don't give a F, because we still gonna have receipts on your ass and check you and run you out of Dodge in the process. Nothing that these people are doing moves the crowd, because it's always been just about us, y'all. We the question and the answer. The foundation brings you a lot of beautiful things. And what does the foundation bring you right now? Everything always has to start and end with the foundation. So if you're looking at the current state of the United States of America, why we got everybody in a chokehold and we ain't even stood up. We sitting on the couch and win it. So what happens when foundational Black Americans take that same energy and apply it politically, socially, spiritually, physically, mentally, and we just keep it right here and we stand up on that business? What ends up happening, fam? Everything changes. So they know what it is. We don't care. I'm looking at brothers and sisters, and it don't matter how old you are. Shout out to the team. Let me tell y'all this right now. Y'all know what it is. I don't give a damn. This is not a generation of age. This is a generation of on code. If you're living, breathing, and you're on code, then you're a part of this generation. If you're living, breathing, and you ain't on code, then you ain't a part of this generation. This is a generation based on the code. The lineage is based on the code. The heritage, the culture is based on the code. Did we just come up with a codified energy, y'all, that we can apply to every element of society that revolves and involves foundational Black Americans? Damn right we did. You damn right we did. So this is why everything's moving. I feel it. You feel it. We don't have to say much. So shout out to all my good brothers and sisters, fam. What we've done today on this broadcast, we done went down the line. I told everybody I'm the #1 activist, living legend, man. I'm going down in history right there at the top. And I told everybody that I had receipts on these rappers, these plants, who's paying them, who's sliding money, names, dates, faces. And I done showed you all the names, dates, faces, and the paychecks. So since I done showed you the paychecks, we done G-check. And since we done G-check, even further, they can't come around us. So the next rapper that comes around here and uses about 5 foundational Black American talking points, waves the damn flag 6 damn times, we gonna say, yeah, cool, where your people from? Oh, Nigeria? Oh, Kenya? Oh, you a doc, a domestic, off-code, off-brand, COON? Get the hell out of here. All we're doing is making it more evident and clear that the only thing that matters is us. And it's always been that way. The only people that matter is us. It's always been that way. To have the energy of you and your lineage against the world, that puts you in a space and a time of being the undisputed champs. And fam, we are the undisputed champs. Nobody is messing with us. I want you to think about politics. I want you to think about the world. Fam, everything is about foundational Black Americans. Where can you go and not see FBA? Where can you go? I was just sitting there the other day and I was thinking, I said, man, it's a beautiful time to be alive. It's a beautiful time to be alive. It's a beautiful time to be a foundational Black American. It's a beautiful time to be putting in the work. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me I can get up every single day and stomp for my people, and I got millions of certified on-code brothers and sisters that I ain't even got to say a word to? I could just look at them, and then they could look at me, and then we get things done. You mean to tell me this is our reality? Coming from everything that they've done to us in the past, we beat all of that, and we here now? Remember, y'all, we beat slavery. Yeah. We beat all of the times they burnt down our communities during Reconstruction. We beat all the ops during the Civil Rights era. We beat what they dumped into our communities. We beat they fake ass gender wars. We beat them political parties. We beat the system of supremacy. And you know why everybody, Africans, Jamaicans, Haitians, Chinese, fleers, hoppers, skippers, jumpers, y'all know why they hate us? It's because they ain't beat none of that. They're all still subjugated by all of that. We beat all of that, and we still out here with our chest out. So anytime that people run around and they say, what are y'all doing? I'm going to tell you what we're doing. We winning in our own space. Yeah, you can do whatever you want to do around Black Americans. You can come up with every agenda that you like. You can throw every single hurdle and obstacle against us. I don't give a damn. You can go get some tethers, pay them a bunch of jollofs, pay them in a bunch of fufu. You can go pay some chicken chow mein, pay some burritos. You can go do whatever you want. But right here in this space, in this circle, this is occupied by the great ones, foundational Black Americans, and can't nobody beat us in this circle. See, everybody else, you getting whooped and beat in your circle, in your square, in your triangle. They whooping your mama, they whooping your kids. Your kids gonna have kids that's gonna get whooped by the colonizers' kids. They ain't doing that to us. So yeah, we certified, we full and strong right here in our own space and time. And that's the type of energy that's got everybody hating, everybody jealous, everybody mad, and it's got us on top of the goddamn world. And I love it up here. Feels good. Fam, appreciate the love. You already know we've been in here cooking, bubbling, full speed. This has been a classic broadcast. Went all the way down. Rewatch the replay, fam, and check out all the names and the dates and the faces. We got them all lined up, but they know one thing. Black Americans, certified, foundational Black Americans. We are the indigenous people of the United States of America. We started this whole thing. We are the originators. We are the architect, and they ain't like us. So all of that works in our favor, and that's exactly why, fam, we are the stars of this planet. Everybody knows. If you're watching foundational Black Americans. If you're listening to foundational Black Americans. And if you want to be like somebody, you want to be like a foundational Black American. But here's the thing. Watching, listening, and wishing to be like us, none of that's ever going to come true because you can't. You're foundational and you're certified by heart. And that's how it starts. Bam, I love y'all. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay great. It's been a beautiful broadcast, man. Good chopping it up with y'all. Y'all know we run this thing. I love y'all with a certified passion. We going to get to it, man. I've been checking out the chat. I'm going to go back and rewatch the chat. Love all y'all. I told y'all I was the #1 activist, man. I told y'all I was coming with it. I told y'all I had receipts. I told y'all we was going to keep it coming, but it ain't nothing without the fam, man. Y'all be throwing me them alley-oops, and all I do is just slam it, man. That's all it is, fam. We be in here rocking, man. Much love. I see y'all. Shout out to my good sister, Soulann Cole. I see you. Much love, Ty. You know, Free Huey. Free Huey, much love. Black Truth United. Willie, I see you. T, I see you. Anna, I see you. William, I see you. Deirdre, I see you. I see the whole family in here, man. I can rock all night. Patricia, I see you. Breeze Omega, my brother. I see you, DT. I see all y'all, man. I love y'all with a passion. We gonna continue. Make sure y'all smash that like button on the way out. Make sure y'all follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Black Alpha Net W1. Appreciate all the love, man. I see y'all, man. I appreciate it. Thank y'all very much. Y'all know that we run the yard, man, and we run these people out the way, but we got some more stuff lined up, man. So we gonna rock right there. Boom. Yes. All right. Black Alpha, me, #1 activist. All y'all certified. FBA family tree. We the best. Everybody else sucks. We the winners. They lose. They can't find their mama, can't find their daddy. They fleeing somewhere. But y'all know how I go over here on our side, man. We are exceptional and they can't touch us. It's easy like that. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Much love and respect. And always remember, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter where you at, that black is beautiful and beautiful is always black. From me, Black Alpha, certified salute to you, as we always do. Free Hugh.
Black Alpha Network, home of Black excellence. Power to the people.